weekly races and stuff like that. Pretty solid runner there. Azder came in second, runner-up in the last 1v1 tournament to Solski, who's in the commentary booth with me here. So that's very exciting runner. And neatorific just kind of always been playing in the community and just solid time all in all. I think any of these guys can take out their opponent here. It's about making the right plays, making the right gambles. But here we go. No one jumping down into the SM checks just yet. Everybody's going into Link to the Past.
No memes, dude. Love it. Alright, so we already see a sword on Hylia Island, actually. So that's a good, interesting first item.
Agreed. But I mean, can't really get it yet, so it's gonna be waiting on that one. And E-Tank, it's good to get some energy early. It is of note that we are playing on the normal mode of the combo randomizer, so not required to do any hell running in Super Metroid or Suitless Meridia shenanigans, although the players are welcome to entertain those options if they want, but likely not a good choice in most cases.
Absolutely. So just a reminder for the crowd out there. So although all four of our runners are running the same three, it's actually Hitaka versus Andy and azder versus neatorific right now. So top versus bottom. Winner of both these races will play each other later on this afternoon, small evening. And yeah. Small magic on the crabs, dude. My favorite. Red Rupee's really nice, though. Tier 1, that's nice. Pick up there by Hitaka. Andy is about to see that there at the Uncle Route. I'm forever going to shame him now for doing Uncle Route. I'm very disappointed in him, personally.
Just supers there at the Lumberjack. And I mean, 3 bombs in Sanctuary kind of gets you what you need for Kakariko, so that's obviously nice. Looks like Hitaka's setting up for another tree pull. You know, it's good to manage your money early. Now, we did get a map check, and we do have a green pendant Eastern Palace. The old vanilla.
I would already...
Just a regular pendant in desert.
Bro, I'd already be there, right? It would be my... I did this for, like, I think up until top 16, where I did early Link's House into Sash early, and then Eastern. It worked. So it was kind of meta shifting at the time too, which was great. But let's see if any of our runners decide to make that play early. It looks like everyone's got their sanity in check though, and they're all gonna go to Kakariko.
Yeah, neatorific actually finding a nice tier 2 bomb, single bomb. Azder getting the 8 bomb off the bird in the forest, so that's pretty good. But we did already get a sword in the Thieves' Hideout in the Lost Woods, so that's pretty nice, and all runners are kind of going in this direction. Kakariko stacked, so, I mean, hey. Might as well hit it up.
Yeah, so unfortunately, no quote-unquote Kakariko skip today.
Unlucky. You don't want to be doing that, because you can get some boots there.
Just never happens, dude. It's just always garb, right? It's just... Like, you found a sword, and you found boots, supers, like...
I mean, you get a reserve, too, and more, apparently, so... I think Kakariko seems pretty important. Still looking for power bombs in order to be able to go into Super Metroid to really make some headway, but hopefully we'll see that soon. It's looking like early Super Metroid for these guys.
Yeah, the early boots, though, are going to give them a lot of good time save on the travel through Late World. There's a lot of walking around. There's density, but you got traveled, right? So that's going to cut down the time now, which is great. It might actually enable them to do some more Late World checks that they might not normally do, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah,
look at this guy in the top right with the spin speed from Blindside. What is that, dude?
Wanted his X-ray just a little bit faster. You know?
Hey, can someone, like, let Andy know that we're not judging him on style points? It's on who wins.
Oh, Yo, Spring Ball.
That's your favorite item, isn't it?
It's a good one. I'm a big fan of high jump personally, but
some more
it's
good
definitely
spin speed tech from Andy there.
there's our power bombs in the tavern. Azder just picking that up.
Right on. So that's all the ammo then they require for the early game, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Some supers, so yeah.
It's nice to have a couple more power bomb packs when you're doing some of the initial Super Metroid stuff. So I imagine these guys will maybe do like South Shore or maybe Sahasrahla Eastern or something, you know, just to see if they can get another power bomb pack or two. But the option is open.
All right, azder are going to be the first one over here to check out South Shore.
Yep, 2 checks in the dam, 5 mini Moldorm Cave. If you want to go all the way to Ice Rod, 1 more. If you want to do some fake flipper shenanigans, especially with boots, you can do some water walking. You can make that pretty fast. A lot of options available. Hitaka actually grabbing that E-Tank at the race game might come in handy in the early game here in Super Metroid, so not a bad choice. Super Metroid has a lot of like damage boosting tech that you can do, and those early E-Tanks can really help a lot.
azder actually electing to skip that one. That's a little surprising by me. I imagine early game you're going to want to grab that. That's pretty quick. With
Quite aggressive.
Yeah. Like I can see like a race game skip, a dam skip. Because like you said, health is a very important resource in SM. Not just survivability, but like deboosting. It just makes you faster throughout the game, right? It gives you more options. So the more health you have, always the better in that game.
Andy grabbing that E-Tank and heading over to the desert now, interestingly.
So this is, I like this place. So this is what I was mentioning about having boots. Is you're going to be able to do checks now that you normally wouldn't do walking. Desert Agina is actually not that bad for value. You get a scout of the desert ledge, plus you have Aginas out of the way. And if you spike a good item here, that would definitely give you a good early advantage.
Yeah, even power bombs would be awesome to find here. Azder saying no to Ice Rod Cave and just immediately bailing out of Mini Moldorm, going straight into Super Metroid. Gonna check Bomb Teresa first.
How do you feel about going like west first instead of? I guess they only have 5 power bombs. I don't know. 5 power bombs. I kind of like to go down Red Tower, but I've seen a lot of people like to go west. What do you think?
That's a tough one. Brinstar just has so many items. You could get in trouble like if speed boosters somewhere else and you need to do waterway, just like the one check that everybody's afraid of in Brinstar. And then managing your power bombs throughout Brinstar can also be a little bit tricky. So. I can understand maybe checking these early checks that Azder's doing, but yeah, maybe going down Red Tower could be good. You know, you can peek at the moat, see what's going on over there. I think this is respectable too. There's a lot of items in Brinstar, like Brinstar Reserve, stacked 5 items. Hard to say no to that too. Looks like Neatorific also going for that Agana play. We got Hitaka and Andy going for Ice Rod Cave. Ooh. That's the book. There is an E-Tank up in Gauntlet, but nothing super important here, so that was a good check by Azder. I think Hitaka and Andy are setting up this water walk in sync here.
I really like this, actually, from the early game. And Andy's writing it the way I wrote it. Hell yeah, I love that. So when you have the boots water walk, I like checking waterfall first, so that I can either peek Zora ledge and bounce, or go right to Hobo and then S&Q from there, and then do the Zora compilation later. But he's gonna go ahead and check the ledge. He has Zora money too, so he might just go to Zora and do Hobo later. We'll have to wait and see how he handles it.
So azder just found the hammer in Brinstar Reserve. So that's a big deal.
Yeah, it's a nice location for the hammer. Pretty soft, but as you know, is locked behind speed in normal logic. So
can help you narrow down the location of that speed booster.
I think that's probably why I like normal so much. Is it has like a lot of attachments to logic, and that way you can kind of piece together a puzzle, right? And like where something can be or can't be. It doesn't always happen that way, but there's been definitely some circumstances down my history in racing that it's just like, hey, I know this is flipper lock, so I know these are like 5 locations where flippers can be, and I can put it off for a while until I get like other items, right? So it's pretty neat logic that way.
Hitaka checking out Sahasrarla's closet there, grabbing another mail upgrade. So red mail already for Hitaka, and another E-Tank. So more equipment for Super Metroid, but still only 5 power bombs. So everybody's kind of working thin.
Didn't even commit to Eastern. What's this?
Sahasrarla and Bale, dude. But we are seeing the heading towards wreck ship or down Red Tower strategy from Hitaka here. So
all right, I'll give him a pass then. I do like this because you also get the moat, which is always in logic with power bombs. So and morph. And unfortunately, just 3 bombs today.
Right, so here's where azder really needs to manage the power bomb count. This is kind of tricky. So you have to use 1 more to escape this Mission Impossible area, and so you only have 1 more left, and it's a matter of like, do you go back and farm by Edacoons? Like, what do you do here? Well, there's a lamp. Guess you just get your charge beam and keep moving on towards X-ray. But that means you're skipping out on Spore Spawn and the Wave Gate checks.
Yeah. I don't know. That's kind of like why I like going down Red Tower in this circumstance if I'm kind of locked in, just because it gives me extra outs to power bombs, so I don't have to kind of make and think about those decisions.
Yeah, I can see it either way, because I mean, obviously you can get bailed out in Brinstar, right? Like, so, I mean, this gives you a little bit better chance for when you go to Brinstar. So it's a little tricky because looks like it's mostly dry. I mean, we saw the lamp, we saw the hammer. It doesn't immediately do anything for us.
All right, so azder actually going for the X-ray check here. I was gonna pull out that I like how Nito. Oh wait, never mind, he's bailing.
I think he's just farming power bombs. Yeah,
he could go with it with this ult, but it's like super sketch, and he doesn't have a way out with no CF. So I guess I should have known, but yeah. Neatorific, meanwhile, gonna break the back of escape. I really like this strategy from Nito because he's playing to his opponent right now, right? Like, he knows azder's literally an SM god, and he's just gonna be like, you know, I'm just gonna full clear late world right now. And on top of that, he's gonna get that early location on the back 3 and Dark Cross.
Just 50 rupees at Spazer. Kind of interesting that, you know, Hitaka hasn't hit up Brinstar yet, but has synced up with azder here in the different routes. Pretty neat. See that come together.
Oh my, wow. Did you see what Nito just got there?
What did we get?
He got a power glove from Dark Cross.
Wow. Well, that lamp, right, was in Brinstar, so I mean, technically it's logical to go grab that.
So I'm real curious to see what's in back 3 then, because the logical chain is that lamp to that glove, and that would open up both, I guess. Actually, no, the key will be in the back, so I'll be real interested to see if there's any kind of logic behind the back three now, with 2 items remaining, possibly.
I like the move there from azder to use X-ray to check the the item in the wall there, the crate missile. So
Well,
it's a heart.
Yeah, he's got
he's
one
low on
power bomb left.
power bombs,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, either wave or X-ray in a low power bomb situation are your friends in this room. Again, just so you don't, Kraid could potentially not give you a power bomb, which is extremely low percent, but it has happened. So just from experience, and there's the Moon Pearl in the back three. So we have Dark World access known, but we don't have speed for the logic right now. Not that our runners are going to care. I'm sure they're going to beeline to Dark World as soon as they can, but that's where we're at right now. That's the news of the day.
Great quick kill from azder. Trying to see what Andy's deciding to do here. Looks like he did lay the power bomb to do wave gate, so we're gonna see that.
So we see Hitaka here with an ice rod and azder with a hammer, just because they're the 2 at trade. Reminder that Hitaka went down red tower and azder went through Bryn. Now azder didn't do all of Bryn, correct? He put off some stuff, I believe, or did he do it all? Do you remember?
At least Spore Spawn was skipped. I'm pretty sure he skipped Wave Gate. This ether.
Yeah, he definitely did, because there's the ether.
There's the ether. Yep. So that could be important. Might not be. We'll have to see what our medallion requirements are, but you know, we already have 2 pendants in the light world, so one of those dungeons is required, Meyer or TR. So we know we're gonna need some sort of medallion.
That seems to be a classic, right? Like I know azder's like historically made this play a couple of times. I know it's burned him too, specifically on wave gates. So I'll be interested to see if that medallion comes in play. He's very much a risk reward kind of guy too, and also blessed with like really incredible execution. So it'll be interesting to see when he follows up on that.
Yeah, we're about to see our first look at Norfair as well from azder, and we're seeing our first look at Eastern Palace from neatorific here too. So a lot of new information coming in.
Again, Nito sticking to that proverbial game plan. Just gonna check all of Link to the Past first, play it safe, and then go on into SM. I think it could be like a twofold. Like the powerbomb count also might be a little bit of a thing as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Which honestly, I agree with both.
On 5, right? Like this is crazy.
Andy also farming those power bombs and also triggering me to think that he was going to go for the play, but nope. Man, even like breaking that with like spring ball high jump is like scary. I don't know about you.
It can be, yeah.
Well, I should say it's not scary until you die there and lose like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
like I've done before. So
I mean, we have to also know that no one's gone to Blue Bryn Star right now because they just didn't have the power bomb count, or the route didn't really lend itself to being able to do it with this power bomb count. So like all of those items are still unchecked right now.
Which that's kind of weird to me, right? Like I thought it was gonna be red tower or retro. I get it that you have to do that elevator climb and everything, but like all retros in logic, right? With
power bomb counts, so it's hard to get. Like,
yeah,
to
they
both
can still do
the main part of Bryn Star and you just have to farm.
Right. Yeah. That's what I mean. They can still do everything there. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they can still do everything with 4 power bombs. Down in retro, right? They just can't progress forward to Bryn, or they go straight down and farm on X-ray if available. But yeah,
pretty risky play here from azder. I don't know if he's gonna make it.
I think is he just scouting?
Some health drops.
Is he just scouting?
Yeah, I think.
Here's
flippers.
That's a cute scout.
Hitaka
there, so no
the same thing too. I mean, this ice hell run is actually pretty efficient. You don't really lose too much time, and Hitaka actually has the energy to keep those flippers, which would be significant.
So this is interesting, that point of damn with azder skipping that E-tank. He's probably regretting it now, but he's gonna go back for it. He might just be checking crumble, but I don't know if you want to leave flippers there, just in case like an early swamp spikes. But maybe he just like kind of has that information back pocket. No, he's gonna go for it. Oh, that's the talking number. Oh no, never mind. He's going.
No, he went back. It's just like he now knows that like he has the energy to do it. Yeah,
it's gonna be real tight too, even with a reserve. He can do it though. Like he has
Should
the
be
execution
okay.
for it.
Yeah, he should be okay.
Made the wall jump. That was crucial there. Okay, he's gonna be okay with the reserve. He doesn't even really need it. Well, this guy
Going for the ice escape. That's amazing.
Wow, dude, that is. I don't know if that's impressive or a meme. I'm not really. My brain isn't really awake yet at this early of the day on a Saturday, but that was pretty spectacular.
Bold, but I like it.
Yup,
Yeah.
same.
Nito really sticking to his guns, going for these Link to the Past checks. Looks like map is in Zelda Cell. But now we know.
Oh, there's the other glove.
Okay.
So Titans in Logic.
Yep, Titans in Logic, which means Dark World Logic, right? With Pearl, so speed could be in anywhere in the Dark World to get your hammer logically.
And right now, Nito's the only one with that information, but with a free glove, that actually plays against neatorific. That's unfortunate. So really, the glove was a really good bailout for him on the full Link to the Past clear. Now with one at Old Man, that's going to allow azder really quickly catch up and basically spike Titans for free. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, assuming he follows through on Dark Cross, then this will be no trouble.
Right. The key was in the back, so I imagine he would.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Because he does have the lamp too, does he not?
Oh, yeah. He has the lamp,
Yeah, so-
but like he hasn't checked the front. So it's the question, and do you do it now or do you wait?
Yeah. So in case the map's there, and he's gonna bail. So we'll see what he does with the front. I don't think he's checked Uncle yet, so he might follow through with that, or he might just go to Dark World. We'll have to wait and see. If he goes to Dark World, which he is, okay, that's all right. He's safe. Nito's safe for now. I get the play for him, azder though. Like again, he's got Dark World access. He doesn't really want to muck around with it. Gonna go ahead and check this mushroom first appears.
Yeah, we picked that up at Charge Beam, so might as well, take advantage of that.
Right. Meanwhile, Andy gonna check the top of Spec Rock first, and then he'll be able to rescue Old Man for his glove. Hitaka following up with the back 3 play after the glove. We'll have to wait and see if he goes for Dark Cross, and we see the hook shot. Okay, so that's what was on the ledge. I didn't get a good look from that with Andy's screen, but that's real information logic. So that is East Death Mountain right now, locked behind those flips.
Interesting.
So Andy and Nito are the only ones that know that's there right now.
And in theory, Nito could go break that with boots and Pearl, right?
So he has the requirements to set up a double fake flipper, and it looks like he's going to set that up. So what he wants to do is he's going to set up the quote-unquote Jesus Dash in either the Moldorm Cave, which I imagine he'll do it in, or the Ice Rock Cave. He's going to drop down on a southward-facing platform to walk on the water. Sorry, no, he's not going to do that. He's going to fake flipper after that, and that's going to basically trick the game into setting up 2 fake flippers for him, or walking on waters. So when he enters in the fake flippers into the waterfall cave, he'll be walking. When he drops down onto the Zor ledge, he'll be walking again. So he should be setting up a bomb jump, or he's going to try and fake flipper. I would set up a bomb fake flipper here just to be safe, but if he's comfortable with the fake flipper, he should be good, and he gets it.
Now, we did see a blue cane and grapple beam in Hype Cave from azder's side. So, interestingly, azder has decided to go back into Super Metroid because that's put wreck ship in logic, and I imagine that's where he's going.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me at all. I figured azder's going to lean heavily on that SM, and neatorific going to lean heavily on the Link to the Past. I think we're going to see more variety from Hitaka and Andy's side. I don't think each favor a game as much as probably these 2 runners do, but it'll be pretty neat to see what happens here. Hitaka first to the hook shot now with that flipper. Didn't know it was there, but had the flippers already. And neatorific masterfully setting up that double fake flipper, Jesus water walk, and is going to get his hook shot as well.
Pretty amazing. And what's funny and crazy is that it's out of logic for both of them because the flippers were at Ice Beam.
You know what's funnier?
We need to look for that Various suit to really get everything back in logic.
Neatorific has not touched Super Metroid yet, so he's gonna break into Dark Mountain or Death Mountain without that lamp, and he's gonna get his Titans.
Who needs Super Metroid?
So-
Maybe he's just playing Link to the Past.
Bro, this is great. Like, he's just gonna do EDM Darkwood Death Mountain. Like, he's gonna actually have an edge in Link. He's gonna have the edge in Super Metroid. He's gonna run in probably more power bombs. He might run into suits. He might run into movement items. That's a lot of checks for Link to the Past, right? So, you know what? This is working out for him. This is gonna be interesting.
We got Hitaka checking Paradox here. Red Cane already in the bottom of Paradox there, so that's pretty huge. Ooh, and Mirror in Wreck Ship.
Right, so that gives Azder now his East Death Mountain access. Does not have the Dark World access yet because he precluded on the Dark Cross. Did not want to do it just yet, and hasn't done Front or Uncle, I believe. So he's going to leave that for later. See a bottle on Hitaka's side from that East Death Mountain. I don't think
we got two
else...
of them in there actually.
Oh, looks like we got a Red Cane too.
Yeah, there's a Red Cane in the bottom of Paradox.
Nice. It's a lot of value, dude, early on. This is a pretty fast seed.
It's moving quick, and, you know, you probably got some of the logic in the back of your mind if you have that hammer with Speed Booster, and then obviously if you broke the flippers or the hook shot. Like, either way, you got some information. That's, as you said, that's the beauty of normal, is that you can kind of back calculate the logic when you're doing all those minor glitches.
I see a question in chat. What's Hitaka's Link sprite? That's actually Apathy Duck's personal sprite. He doesn't like using it because he likes Link's shadows, but just an FYI. Just next time you see him in his chat or whatever, just call it out to him. Also, off topic, he really loves that 07 meme, as his name is Apathy Duck 07. So don't forget when Luke comes on screen, use that meme against him. That's one of his punishments, by the way. I don't know if you're in that Discord.
Oh yeah,
early enough for it.
Oh yeah,
but yeah, I run a tight ship, everyone, for a tournament. So you know, I have to kind of rope him in sometimes.
Yep.
All right, and you're gonna go for Dark Cross here. He's gonna get his Titan mix, which is good for him. And
it's a big deal.
Yep, he'll be our second player with it. And Hitaka going to be doing the front of escape as well. So he'll eventually hit his Titan mix. It's like...
Yeah, interestingly, Hitaka has not gone to Brinstar. I guess trying to de-risk, you know, if there's like more power bombs or more, or if there's a speed booster or other movement items, kind of try to get those in Link to the Past before you end up in Super Metroid again. And azder is making quick work of Wreck Ship right now. Just like smashed Phantoon, and is also doing this
first try easy
power bomb jump.
Look at this gamer. No problem. 5 power bombs? No, I got this. It's free. That's like a 2. That's like a 2 reset for us. I don't know. Sometimes you get the timing. Okay, sorry, I forgot. Forgot Alu does know his fair share of SM. And
high jump boots at Wreck Ship. That is beautiful.
It's a real nice Wreck Ship for Azder. Getting him high jump is like the license to kill for him now. Like now he has really good optimized movement throughout the rest of the game. Is still missing speed.
Checks coming up here, by the way. Up powerbomb pack and gravity.
There was a what, sorry?
Powerbomb pack and gravity in Super Bunny. So Nito's route is just a god route right now. It's amazing.
I should mention Hitaka actually passed on Dark Cross. So he's done back 3. He did the front. Yikes. Alright. That's gonna be very problematic for him.
Plasma in Hookshot Cave. Here's the reserve. And 20. Alright.
You know, I kind of thought this was going to be hard to track and, like, commentate and keep up with, because, like, these guys are so good, but, man.
It's a little tricky, but they're doubling back on each other and stuff, so that's...
And it's going to calm down, too. You're going to hit a point in the game where they're looking for, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 items, and it's going to slow down. Nice clips there through Azder showing off his hundo prowess. Being able to do somewhat of an optimal room in the attic. It's really hard to do worker robots, honestly. You have to get the spark timings and everything like that, and the deboost through. But he did a great job with that room.
Probably getting a second powerbomb pack, that's probably a relief, not having to farm as much.
Okay, so Andy looks like he's our first runner to kind of fully check out the guts of Dark World right now. Did Hype Cave can do his traditional route, which is yes, Titan Silk go west up. He's gonna do this dig game, take that up to Thieves Skull, looks like here. Meanwhile, Hitaka gonna be checking out Retro. I think that's our first check of Retro as well. And Nito just saying, you know what, I'm only playing 1 game, I'm gonna go to Dark World.
That's amazing. I'm so impressed by the fact that this has been able to happen, and I think it's actually working out quite well for Nito, but Nito will eventually have to go into Super Metroid, and especially to get those flippers and the hammer. So that's gonna kind of slow him down a little bit and hurt his route, I think, in this part of the Dark World. There's a flute at the morph pedestal. Free.
I don't know about you, I'd probably be a little irritated fighting that, because I'm just like, man, if my opponent checked that early, rip. But I guess you have boots, so it wasn't bad, but the flute there is really... The flute tells me the seed has a sense of humor.
For sure. And there's Bombos in the bomb hut, so...
Oh? Look what Azder just found.
Wow.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Let's see it.
Oh, you see it all right. Just caught that in the corner of my eye. Nice little various. We have both suits known. That fully in logic for Azder. Nito's gravity, I don't believe in logic right now that he knows of, but it is. And yeah, we're just getting a lot of good diverse routes here to kind of just map out the seed real quick.
Gravity's in route for, like, I still don't think the hook shot is in logic right now.
So if you're neatorific, where do you start?
Speed booster is still locking flippers.
Yup.
Right now.
And hammer.
Yeah, and hammer. Yep, exactly. Might be able to narrow that down a bit.
So, like, if you're neatorific, I don't know if I like this spot. Like, where do you start? I guess you can just do full SM clear, optimize, but like, you kind of have that feeling like you can pick your spots at this point, right?
You have all the power bombs now too. Like, everything's efficient. I think you just gotta be an SM, clearing stuff. But, you know, you have boots and Link to the Past, so this is a reasonable play.
Right.
It's a dungeon you have to clear. It's a 5/6 crystal, Thieves Town.
Dude, the value ship, look at this! The bow!
This is crazy.
So that is, that's 4 real nice items in Wreck Ship to my count. 5 real nice good items in Wreck Ship, dude.
And he got some power bombs too. Kind of hard to come by. This is unbelievable value. All right, so plays.
So I know
if Hitaka ends up ship. You know, there's a clean route to it here.
So I will point out this: like, I do know runners more or less habits with Wreck Ship. It's kind of like the Swamp Palace of Super Metroid, and neatorific historically does not like going there. So this is probably not the race to test that.
Big yikes.
Oh yeah, dude, that could be a big landmine because he's got so much open right now, right? And that's what I mean is, what do you do? I mean, I don't see him going right to Wreck Ship. I think I would, because I would like to write this down to the bosses right now, but I don't know. We'll see.
I'd be in Brinstar, honestly, with those power bombs. Like, that just makes sense. Oh, and there's... I forgot that Ice Rock was there in Red Tower, so that's actually really important.
Yes.
Since we do have a required TR.
Yep.
So that's good that Azder did check that.
I think for me, again, I would like to, without speed, I would probably do Wreck Ship first, honestly. Into the south. I do have gravity. I do have Meridia as a point. I'd probably rather reverse that without speed or ice or anything like that, and space jump. So I probably want to do that, but we'll see how these guys kind of handle it.
Now we'll see if there's anything in this big chest in Thieves Town. That's gonna be a problem for Nito if there is. It's just a map.
Just a map. And
he'll know that actually, so that's comforting for him. Azder just taking a break in the old plant there.
All right, this is real cozy to watch. 2 runners in Thieves Town and 2 runners in Super Metroid. I love it.
Yeah, Nito and Andy are like neck to neck.
Azder now going to show us X right now, having the grapple. He also had like high jump, power, or morph bombs, various. So he could have easily, and as he's showing, he's just deboosting and running through these spikes. But there's a variety of ways you can do it. Just easy peasy way. Use that grapple. And we're gonna get more supers. Doesn't grab it. He has his charge beam. He's pretty comfortable. It's a pretty timely check at that point. It's gonna pass.
I think it's a reasonable pass at this point. You have Spather and charge, so
I kind of like it because I'm only on 15. I'm thinking like at this point with his gear, I'm thinking LN.
True,
but because that kind of takes away a little bit of an option, but we'll see.
I guess it depends on how much you want to stay in Logic.
Okay, so I see how Azder's gonna route this in now. He's gonna follow up with the Bryn checks, and then he's gonna take that to retro. I kind of like that follow up.
Already done retro though, right? So
I don't know if he has.
Oh no! Hitaka was the one who did
Yes.
retro. Okay,
Yes.
then I like the route. It's clean.
I don't like this blue gate gatekeeping him here.
Waterway.
There we go. Yeah,
I mean, it is a gate.
I know that's. Waterway just sucks, doesn't it? I hate it.
It's
probably my least favorite location in the game. It's like always impossible to route. You're pretty much always lucky if you hit speed before it, and you just count your blessings and hope for the best. Basically, if you don't, it's not. Anything is not there.
Do you also have our first look at Skull Woods from Andy here? Just jumping in there without the fire rod. Can get some quick checks. Found the big key, gets a small key, can continue left. It's nice routing, actually.
So as we're going to be picking up his ether here in the wave gate. No potential tragedy for him today, which is nice. Still got the Titan mid question though. That's the only.
Yeah, that's one he's gonna have to get back to. I mean, he'll run out of stuff at a certain point, right? So.
Right, but he has that Dark World access though, right?
He does have mirror, so like he could go to the pyramid and then like mirror to do front of escape and then check out Dark Cross.
I was gonna say he doesn't have cape or another sword right now, so he's gonna know eventually. Like you said, he's gonna run out of location. Still know eventually, logically, he has to do it because that will be his actual Dark World access. He'll know there's a glove there eventually. All right, neatorific gonna check out this shovel spot here in Grotto for some supers. And he doing a great job with the mummy puzzle, as I like to call it, in the skull mid, and he's going to use a small key. All right, so while we have a kind of a lull in items for the first part in this commentary and broadcast, just welcoming you all to the SMZ3 Invitational, hosted by myself and Speed Gaming. 8 of the top runners from Super Metroid Link to the Past Combo Randomizer duking it out for $250, winner takes all, in a 2-day tournament. It'll be a lot of fun, guys.
I'm looking forward to it. I mean, we're already off to a pretty intense race already. And again, these are 2 separate 1v1s, even though we're playing the same seed. We've got Hitaka versus Andy, and azder versus neatorific. And, you know, whoever wins on each of these matchups will play, you know, the other winner here. So, like, if Hitaka and neatorific win, then they'll be playing each other. So it's a knockout. It's an elimination tournament. It's kind of a shotgun tournament, as Solski calls it.
Yeah, I think that's one of my big gripes playing so many tournaments. I think I've played well over 20 tournaments now. A variety of randomizers that just a lot of them run really long. I just thought it would be a neat concept to kind of put together a really quick one. As we see Andy doing the double fake flipper as well, or double Jesus dash to get his hook shot.
Really good break there.
But yeah, like just like tournament exhaustions, like for real, right? Like you do like, you know, you remember in the early days when we had really big like Link to the Past rando tournaments, like that 512 player one.
Yeah, I mean,
it was like
it will drag on for a little while for sure.
Yeah,
but I mean, it's also hype to see so many people in the community rally around stuff like that. So I appreciate it for what it is, but I also appreciate this too. I think they're both super fun.
Yeah, if I remember, like this has been in the works for almost a good part of a year. We had a couple of dates that were pushed back for the tournament, but the runners pretty much all said yeah, like almost immediately when I asked them about the prospect. Funny enough, the only one that really hesitated was Apathy Duck, and his response to me was, yeah, sure, I guess. That was pretty funny. Actually, no, quote unquote, it was I guess. I guess I'll do this, I don't know. As he's in chat right now.
So Andy getting all the goodies up on Death Mountain right now, and Nito giving us our first look at a desert palace. Spicy. Pushing that Link to the Past to the limit. And this is a pendant desert. So this is quite a play.
He knows what he's doing, dude. I'm looking into my crystal ball and I'm just throwing it in the garbage because I'm just looking at this seed right now. I know what his mindset is, and I know what Azder's gonna do. I'm gonna do the opposite, and you know what? We're seeing it right now. Azder, meanwhile, with that hammer bow combination, gonna push his luck in the Eastern Pod combo. How's that mirror gonna be able to nicely and cleanly run in those that crystal pendant combo?
I like it. It's good.
With Eastern being the green pendant too, they'll be able to do what is this? Hostile elbow is there as well.
Yeah, nice and clean. And then maybe we'll see him go over to the pyramid from here, and that could be an opportunity to get those mitts and escape.
He didn't know Pod was a crystal. Oh, that's funny. I mean, he knows. I think he knew the 2 pendants in the light world, so he just kind of assumed, right?
Yeah,
that's pretty funny. Hitaka having a bit of a swim there in the spiky pond. No one wants to be there.
Andy giving us a look at Hera. Likely to see some Hera pot strats here.
I'm going to show you how it's properly done with the boots. It takes me about 10 tries with that one, but yeah, it's a real nice fast setup. Showcases why it's better than like bufferless or pause strats and the other kind of way you can do it.
I believe that was 2 items already, so free.
Yeah, it was. Kind of showcases why it's always good to do Hairpot even without the big key, but the big key is a nice kind of value add to kind of go up there with.
Yeah, I mean, if you get the big key, then you almost certainly just go up, because then you can actually just check everything up there and then be sad when there's something in the basement. But
so Nito is finally going to SM, 15 power bombs, gravity, 7 E tanks.
And is checking Gauntlet, which I'm not sure if anybody's checked, because they didn't have the power bombs.
They haven't had the ammo
here. Yeah.
Right. All right. Bit of a miss here, but that's fine. He's gonna get another E tank actually at the back here. So
wow.
He's also gonna save time on the route, honestly, through Bring, because like azder had to double dip it, other players had to farm, right? So it's gonna be, I don't know, man. This is a really good 4-wave right now.
We got Andy grabbing that second crystal, so making good progress.
I hope Apathy Duck's in the chat right now.
Sometimes you just gotta 07.
Yup. Just getting some rupees from that sick kid from the plethora of bottles they found in the eastern side of Death Mountain.
Mm-hmm. Man, I'm still wondering where this speed booster is going to pop up. Hitaka setting up for Magic Bat glitch.
All right, so if I understand with my experience with SMZ3, the speed booster is going to be in pod. Because it's always the worst place that you don't want it to be.
I mean, in azder's shoes, that's not bad. It's not a bad place for it, you know, having the bow and hammer and everything. You can just do it.
Right. I'm saying in context of the logic, though, because hammer is locked behind speed.
Right, understood. And Nito just picking up that hammer right there. Again, speed locked. Azder probably mad at finding all these power bombs here in pod right now. Wish I had that.
Yup.
40 minutes ago.
Yeah, low power bomb is typically the worst.
Like, unless you did exactly what Nito did, like, that was just gonna happen. They were just not available.
Andy going ahead and scouting TR. I didn't get a glimpse of the medallion. Probably saw it on his screen. We're not going to see it on ours, kind of thing. It's one of those things where you check it real fast and just kind of leave.
Being told it's Quake.
Ah, quack. All right.
Which we don't have or know anything about, so that's going to be something to hunt for.
Mm-hmm.
Nice D-boost from Nito there. And we got Hitaka making the dream play into Desert Palace as well. Probably trying to find these mitts, honestly, which is left behind in Dark Cross. And Andy making the Spike Cave play. I like it. Got that blue cane. Might as well use it.
azder, of course, going through a similar journey. Both passing up on that Dark Cross.
Mm-hmm. But he's got a lot more to traverse through, honestly. Like, we might even see Lower Norfair before we see him go back to Dark Cross. It's not logical, but hey, still get something good there. Alright, so Andy has Bombos maybe going into Ice Palace here? Oh, doing
Just
Hobo.
following with Hobo, I think, because he left that one behind on the checks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he hasn't made it to Ice Beam yet to get those flippers.
Alright, I changed my mind. I want Speed to be first chest in Swamp.
That would be pretty amazing. I'm down.
Oh my lord, dude, the meme. Again,
I mean,
worst spot possible, right?
it would be pretty bad.
But yeah.
Actually, is that possible?
No, but I still want it to be there.
I think it is. I think it is.
Where was Mirror again?
Mirror is in Wreck Ship, and Hype Cave has a grapple. Yeah, I think it works.
Yeah, it still works. Because Titan Mitts was available.
Definitely. It would be quite a long walk to do it. But yeah, here's Andy going into Ice Palace. A little low on magic, but with Bombos, doesn't really matter too much. You got that red cane. Probably seeing some icebreaker action soon. Oh, but speed locks flippers. So I don't think it can be first chest in Swamp. Because flippers.
I was thinking it was the mirror that was maybe okay.
Yeah, I forgot about
that. I understand this now.
It'll show up at some point and we'll find it. Maybe it's like catfish or something.
I think I need about 3 more coffees.
Actually, I don't even think it can get catfish. Unless I can do like Aghanim.
This guy's thinking about catfish. I'm thinking about caffeine.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it. As you're checking that vanilla big key chest there in pod after completing the dungeon.
Oh, hey, Andy actually is going to ice. Huh.
Hey, he's been in ice. Where were you?
Thinking about caffeine and catfish, apparently, dude.
Apparently. First try, icebreaker. Easy game. I guess some of these checks in ice could have been available. No, Flipper is still locked behind Speed Booster. Where's the speed, man? It's keeping me up at night.
It's gotta be popping up soon. So we're gonna check a Freezor here from Andy's side. I like the little cutscene here, adds anticipation for just a big key. Andy thinking about if you want to.
Right, so
yeah. He checked his key layout to see if he had keys before doing the bomb jump or hover, and he's just like, yeah, I gotta drop. Gets the small chest or the small key in the big chest, and is gonna have to go to Ice T now.
Yep. Unfortunate. Got Azder with the flute activation. Question is, where is he off to? There's he really needs to get those mitts. We got that ped check from Hitaka. I like it.
What was it?
Just arrows, I believe.
I do like it though. You know, you're in route, you might as well.
Arrow upgrade, I think.
Kind of a Mimi pendant layout for it though, but he doesn't know yet. But he has all the. I imagine he has all the drivers for it, unless Meyer is a medallion lock that he doesn't have.
And that spicy reserve in Ice Palace.
Just a quick update on Neatoriffic's E-Tank count 10. It's crazy, man.
It's insane. Actually insane.
Alright, so I guess the tail of the tape for this seed right now is a guy who didn't want to go play Super Metroid. 2 guys that didn't really want to do Rooms in the Dark, and then a pug. I think that about sums it up nicely for the storyline.
pretty sure like they both had lamp when they went there.
They did. that's the funnier part. Was Nito didn't. He was the first to it. Andy followed through, checked it out, and nope. I wonder if it's like an item count thing, but yeah.
Probably just, do I want to invest the time in this? No, it's really slow and painful, but, you know. In combo, thoroughness does tend to be rewarding, but, you know, when you're playing against the best of the best, you gotta make some gambles, or you're not gonna win.
Right.
But there's another crystal for Andy, and that's actually the 5-6 combo. So maybe he's playing towards that Pyramid Fairy. Maybe we'll see him, you know, head up there, do Pyramid and Catfish. So that's a clean route. I'm still kind of shocked that no one else has touched Wreck Ship. Like, there's so much there. But there's a lot to do in both games.
That's very comedic, right? Because 5 good items, like we discussed. What were they? The mirror, charge, high jump, bow, and Varia, I believe, were all in Wreck Ship.
Yep. Just actually stacked.
Has what, 8 or 9 items? 5 of those were very nice.
Bombs, I believe, yeah. It's just a lot going on. Azder finally gonna get that red cane here on East Death Mountain, but no mitts still, so can't get the gravity.
Sorry if I missed it, but I noticed Andy taking the big bomb to the big fairy.
Yup, exactly. That's what I was saying. Like the 5-6 crystals, Andy was kind of rushing those down. So
Smart
thing, because you get the pyramid check, you get Catfish in here probably.
Mm-hmm. Smart routing, honestly. Okay, so her container and space jump. Space jump actually, so they don't know it yet, or Andy doesn't know it yet. Space jump is another requirement to put Ellen in logic, but it's also going to make Meridia a little bit more of a palatable option. Of course, they do have Titan's flute, so it's in logic both ways now.
So we could see speed now in like Norfair or lower Norfair, I believe, with that. Maybe not lower Norfair, actually. Because we need gravity, which is mitts lock. No, we can get mitts. I think it's
we can get mitts. We
yeah,
can get mitts.
I think
so. Norfair, lower Norfair, is best bet, I think.
Yep.
They could do front of Meridia as well, not the back, without flips and logic. So.
Yep. Yeah, I guess Ellen was in logic before space jump. It's true, because we can backdoor flute and mitts. So yeah, speed booster just kind of puts everything in logic, but there's no necessary... they don't necessarily have to get it in order to win.
Right.
Plenty of minor breaks you can do. But I think that space jump has put Andy on a really good path, because he's now checking, you know, this Criteria Power Bomb item, and then he's going to be immediately going to Wreck Ship, I imagine.
Have we seen this yet? I don't think we have. Well, it's not relevant anyways. See ya. But you're right. It's gonna put him towards Wreck Ship for sure. Or is it?
Maybe he's dipping this real quick.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
I don't know if he scouted it though. I imagine he would have, but we'll see.
We keep trying to predict things. It's just not working out. But Azder is going to upper Norfair here. Maybe we'll go straight into lower Norfair. And then clean these items up afterwards. That tends to be a pretty good route. And he's got plenty of E-tanks now. There's no worries about this LN play. But he is going to go ahead and do the upper Norfair checks.
right, so Andy resetting here, so yeah, he's gonna go to rook ship at that point.
Makes sense to me. You see azder actually picking up these missiles because he's starting to think about Ridley. Hitaka plugging away in thieves. Nothing of value here. But, you know, crystal's gotta be done. And Andy's on the right path, so we'll see all those goodies again here with that mirror coming up before Fantoon. There it is! Right before this vanilla speed booster check. Speed booster. Alright. We did it. We're back in logic.
Just go to the vanilla forehead. That's amazing. I've had it there a couple of times too. It's pretty funny to find there. Alright, we're back in logic, baby. We got everything. We're good.
Go. Now, it'll be gross if there's something like at Main Street or Waterway or something, but I think right now we're doing okay. azder electing to skip wave for now, gonna pick those up after LN. Makes sense. So what do you do here if you're azder and you can actually get into Mire with your ether? Because we got Pendant Mire.
He has. Well, he doesn't have Titans. That's a tough question.
Exactly.
If he had Titans and he had that knowledge, I'd probably pass on it.
Yeah.
Being a one-way trip, I don't know. I did it recently in a race. I can't remember what race it was. It was like a weekly. And I didn't know it was a pendant, and I said to myself it was a pendant, I wasn't going to do it. So I'm going to stick to that mentality and say, yeah, I wouldn't touch it in this point. It's 2 items. I'm probably going to be able to get back to it later, even without Titans. Probably a pass.
Yeah, but if you like missed Gravity Suit or something and Space Jump in Village of Outcasts, for example, then it's just like, you know. And maybe my mitts are there. Like, that's something that you have to be thinking about in azder situations.
It's possible, but he's playing so deep. He's still playing out of logic right without that graph, so... And he doesn't know where that Titans are free, so... A lot of things can be going through, so I guess I get what you're saying, but...
Tough call.
I don't know. It's tough call. Tough call.
Yeah. But, you know, nice lava dive, of course, and second try green gate there. Shouldn't glaze over those things.
Yeah, I think I would just still skip, honestly.
Hitaka now on the right track as well.
So azder's gonna be a little shy on ammo for this fight. Looks like he's probably gonna drain out his... No, he's just gonna go with Charge Dice and Spazer. Okay.
Yeah, he'll be alright. Might just take a little while.
There it is. So he's gonna deplete his missiles, and that's gonna increase the farm. It's gonna make it a guaranteed farm for these little orbs, and they got a, what, like 40% chance of dropping supers? Something stupid like that.
I don't think it's that high, maybe. I don't know. That looked like a ridiculous number of supers. Like, that was really good RNG.
Yeah. Maybe it's closer to 20. I always figure it's pretty decent. Like, usually 2 to 5 orbs drop.
So many supers, dude.
Dude, this is like Bloodstained Rando all over again with the luck.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a game thing, dude.
There's a beautiful high jump boots for Andy in the mirror for Hitaka. They know they're in the right place now.
Neatorific giving us our look of Maria.
Yeah, there's that red ring. Speed locked. I guess it was required.
Can't even get it. There's one of the new updates to the combo randomizer as well, other than the light cone we saw earlier on Nito's screen, checking that dark room chest that provides light cone. Now we have the energy refill station in Lower Norfolk. So that station's usually there, and Total actually added another door to be able to accommodate the warp. I was kind of hemming and hawing, like, you were probably in the room too when he asked about like adding that. I was kind of hemming and hawing if it would be important, but I kind of like it now. It makes the Hell Run a little bit more affordable, which is nice.
Yeah, I'm okay with it either way. It's nice to see more vanilla stuff, and I think it's better for new players, which I like, because you know it's Lower Norfair. It's a really tough part of the game. And a lot of people struggle with it early on. And sometimes the game does not give you 10 E-tanks or whatever, you know? Like, the game can only give you a handful, and that can be very difficult. So, I'm in favor of it. I think it's fine. Nice clips there through the worker robots from Andy. Nice Fantoon fight from Hitaka. Taking down his second boss in Super Metroid.
Nicely done.
Nice frame perfect from Azder. That's good. Everybody loving this this desert palace dip.
I think
everybody but Andy on there.
Yeah.
This is the only way Azder has to get in, because I don't believe he did Ice Rod Cave, so I don't think he has a book. There's our final bottle in the watering hole there. So, you know, we're almost an hour 10 in. Is this the point where you're starting to look at your go mode and trying to figure out, you know, what you need, where you need to go, that kind of thing?
Yeah, and it kind of gets aggravated by a place like Wreck Ship where it has so many go mode items required. It's gonna definitely agitate like the thought process of where do I go, because like now they're thinking, oh, I'm just gonna hit this here and hit that there, and then they're gonna just get inundated with items. And then now they have this big open world and kind of needle in a haystack kind of scenario of what do I do next. Hitaka having a bit of a problem with the powerbomb jump here in Wreck Ship. Only has 5 power bombs to his name too as well. It has to take a reset here to get the refill. He doesn't know it yet.
The power thing was mitts too. Like those mitts unlocked a bunch of power bombs. They unlocked a gravity suit that made that free. Like Andy has space jump, you know, after going through there. So you can see it was just so much faster to go through there for Andy.
It doesn't look like he has morph ball bombs either yet. I would definitely use more ball bombs over power bombs, but yeah, it's a really, really tough jump. So he wants the power bomb just a little bit lower like that. Perfect. It's very tight timing. He needs to hit the up input to crouch before he lands, and then do a jump almost immediately after. It's very nicely there. Azder honestly just made it look real free.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, nice fast pillars. We're going to see this worst room in the game executed beautifully here.
There we go. That's the good stuff. It's one of those things for rando where like I'll have like a really weird workout routine where I work on worst room a little bit, and I'm just like, you know what? 90% of the time I don't have to worry about the strat, so see you later.
There's a Master Sword for
Nice.
Oscar there. We do know there's another sword on the Hylia Island that is available.
That's an
right
annoying.
now.
That's annoying to see there too, because you can't get that before swamp, or shouldn't get it before swamp.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess you
is.
can route it to ice if you wanted to, but then you're burning a portal, right? Like,
But I
know.
mean,
Maybe.
nice to have it for both ice and swamp, right? Like, so
Yeah.
kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
I might
I
just
would-
forfeit it for swamp, and then I would grab it right before going into ice. Like, I would just walk over and just go into ice from there. That's probably what I would do.
I would see if I can route in Meridia, and then
That would be a
exiting
good
from
way.
the Dark World portal. Get
Yeah.
that, and then either go to ice or swamp. Well, I go to ice at that
I
point.
like that. Yeah, definitely go to ice first.
That would probably make more sense for front Meridia, though. So I think that's how I'd hope to route that in, but it just depends on how Go flies at that point. I'm definitely grabbing it. You definitely want Tempered Master Sword within a minute's reach. So
Yeah, I mean, we still don't know where the fourth sword is, so you know, maybe
exactly.
that you just spike that, you don't have to worry about it at all. Neato, not finding anything in that sand pit there. Gonna peace out. Oster doing some interesting metal pirate strats, sparking straight up. Probably an accident. But he got the first one pretty nice. Honestly, if I was, I'd be feeling pretty cozy if I was in Andy's shoes right now. Like, I've got, you know, 2 SM bosses done, 3 Link to the Past bosses done. I've got high jump and space jump, both suits in Super Metroid. You know, I've got my charge beam. I've got a lot of Link to the Past items. He's looking pretty good right now. Can do a lot.
It's only 111 in. You guys are flying through this.
Mm-hmm. Here comes that Ridley fight from Oster. Plenty of health, but it's just about the damage. Having enough ammo and charge shots.
Nito's setting up for getting to Shack as well. Does not have space jump, so has to do a high jump variant. I think he's just trying to get the right movement for it.
He doesn't even have high jump either.
Oh,
he's doing a gravity jump here. Yep.
That's really hard to time too.
High jump would be free.
Yep. I should have it here. Yep, free.
Nicely done.
The hard part with that one is the timing with the sand. Is to, like, you have to trust in your instincts and mechanics to be able to pause, like, during a jump, because it's not after the jump. The pause doesn't work that way. There's a bit of a delay, so he has to do it during a jump. And with the sand grabbing at you, it's real hard to say, all right, this is a good enough jump to make that pause at.
Well, there's a fire rod behind Ridley.
That's pretty free, actually. So that's almost go, from what we know. I guess we just need that Quake now. So Quake's gonna drive the seed
for sure.
For the
and
finish.
It can be a lot of places.
On the other hand, like, that's for right side runners. For left side runners, it might more be Titan mitts. Like, that's a when do you go back kind of scenario, right? Like, they have so much game open. I don't know, man. It's gonna be tough.
Feels like Last Location, man. Like, I don't know.
It really does. It really does.
Like, I'm not sure if they've checked King's Tomb, so you could, like, route in the back of Escape with that or something, like Graveyard Ledge King's Tomb. But, you know, you're in kind of gross territory at that point. You're probably not feeling very good about what's happening.
I have a very important ask. Did anyone see if neatorific killed Shaktul? Maniacal Alucard, very stoic on comms right now, does not even want to answer. He didn't? Okay, thank you. Thank you. Very important.
Disappointed.
Same, actually. Sees the single arrow there, by the way, and he didn't seem too happy about that.
Nope's right out. I like this ice clip here from Nito. No speed boosters, so you gotta use that Mock Droid and clip your way through to Batuun. Still no charge, so he's got to use ammo to kill Botwoon. Plenty of ammo to do it, but
Yeah, he's got
you know.
tons. He's good. He's good for the seed, basically.
But you can soft lock there if you don't have enough ammo.
Yep.
Last check in LN. What we got? $50. All right. Nice jukes there for Mazdur. His 3 musketeers are rude. All right, Nito gonna be our first runner to defeat Dragon coming up here. It's pretty exciting.
I think this is probably the spot Nito doesn't want to find Quake. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, that could be bad news. Oh, hey, Quake.
Hey, so free.
Wave.
Free.
All right, free.
What a juicy seed, dude. This is a jet seed. Honestly, we're gonna see some. We might see some real fast times with this one.
This is going fast. It's just I feel like different people have different pieces of the puzzle,
right?
In weird ways. So it's like, when do azder and Hitaka, get back to Dark Cross? That's like their biggest question. And then, I think Andy's like kind of slow and steady here. It's kind of just checking everything and, checking them in a decent order. I think the sequencing has been good. Like, when is Nito going to wreck ship? That's his big question.
Yeah. Where were flips again?
They're at Ice Beam. Okay. So that's a tricky one.
That's in path with Quake, though, I would say. So, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
But like, does somebody do Croc before they hit that if they're going like reverse?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's tricky, but
it is.
You see azder here at Croc right now, and just not really gonna be anything back there.
So if I have speed, I go Croc first. Like I'll do Ice Crumble to Croc to LN and then back up to Bubble. But if Andy doesn't have speed, or if I wouldn't have speed, I'd probably go Bubble Mount first.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how I would tackle it.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, I think Andy's just going back to Link to the Past now. He's got all the goodies from Wreck Ship and stuff. Kind of just makes sense for him to go clear out Pod, and maybe we'll see Eastern.
Neatorific desperately looking for the goop is not getting it. Actually,
he didn't want it. Yeah, he didn't want it.
I feel like mistakes are being made here. There we go. Okay, maybe it was the wrong side. He's not comfortable with the other side.
Got it.
Ooh, gets a bit of a miss there.
That's fine. He can wait it out. He'll be fine.
Actually, it took me a while to figure out the right side. Goop. You have to stand on the platform and get grabbed, and then you can grapple from there. You don't even have to jump. Whereas the left side, it's safer and easier and faster with the jump.
Yeah, if you're trying to do it quickly, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you can still do it the slow way. No problem.
Right. So has a little bit of trouble there, but gets the job done. Great.
Yeah. Another boss done. You gotta beat all 4 of your Super Metroid bosses and your 7 Link to the Past Crystal bosses, so, I mean, progress is progress.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of this Meridia is just gonna be garbage.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's kind of unfortunate for him. There's a lot of stuff that he might have been able to skip.
So Andy's gonna elect to do the Pod Eastern combo. Alright. Neatorific looks like he has Meridia backlog to finish up. Probably gonna go to Plasma next. I don't know if he's gonna skip that or not. And Hitaka doing Hera, and azder just doing the Norfair cleanup.
Here's another Hera pot. coming up for Hitaka.
Azder's story is kind of the most intriguing right now, right? Because he needs to go to the Zor area for the hook shot. Doesn't have, I don't know. Has to get the Titans. Gets the silver arrows though.
Okay. I mean, that kind of gives you some time back from doing the croc.
It's a great way to always look at it, is that it's going to give you all that invested time, a little bit of it back. So, you know, it would take like normally 4 minutes to do all that or whatever. It's now taking you, 3 minutes, 40 seconds. I estimate I usually knock off 20 seconds off the time when I find those. It appears I have triggered one Apathy Duck 07 in chat with the 4 minutes comment. Calm down. Have another 3 coffees. You're on soon. That might be close, he says. Hitaka just like waiting it out, man. At this Molorm fight, he does not want any of this.
Molorm kind of didn't want any of it either. They were kind of
I would just go
separated
for it,
there.
Like... Molorm's just like, hey, you need to kill me, dude. I don't need to. I'm just kind of doing this.
I'm just in my playpen. Like,
yep. You came up here. You didn't have to go where I go.
Azder finally committing to Village of Outcasts, but has the Fire Rod in hand, so probably feeling pretty good about that. Being able to full clear Skull and Thieves. Kind of back to back.
Look at Andy, please.
Hey, I mean, it's fast.
What a memer.
Can't argue with the speed.
Oh,
it's not just swag.
So when the council was deliberating, like the new glitches, rule set and whatever, right? And they're taking a look at the bottle glitch and everything like that for pod. And then I remember someone piping up, I'm like, well, I guess Andy's just gonna win like all his races because he can hover pod now again. I remember like when it was just straight up Miramong, who is a legendary OG from the old Link to the Past randomizer days, and Andy were like the only two that would hover that, and like it was such a big advantage. And ye old days of Randalore. Huge time save. Here's
something, speaking of time saves, Hitaka is not going to be able to save any time here.
Nope.
Because he's doing Swamp, and I mean, maybe we'll see a sword.
You know what? Yeah.
Or like Screw Attack or something, maybe Wave Beam, but there's not a lot to be gained from doing this, unfortunately.
So with Speed Found, like, they know that opens up where Titans can be, and that's just unfortunately going to put them on path towards crystals. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Azder make a similar play.
Yeah, for sure. It like Skull into Thieves into the Swamp is pretty logical for him.
So this wouldn't be that bad of a situation for them if Fat Fairy was in non-Titan Lock dungeon. With Ice Palace being one of those required dungeons, that takes away a really good out for them to go back and check it. So that's pretty tough right now. We'll have to wait and see when they kind of get back to it. I'm just really intrigued that it's like we have a situation like that on both races right now, which is kind of nice. It's also really neat to just see all 4 of the runners just completely differently route this seed, which is real fun to watch as well from a high level.
It is. There's a lot of interesting pathing here. Curious about what Nito's doing now.
As you're trying to set up for some spins with Master Sword, it is generally a little bit of a better tech because you get like a guaranteed hit off the spikes. Sometimes I don't think you can get a double, but you can get that that hit guaranteed. Gets the fire rod shot to kill. It's a tough fight with Master Sword.
Not easy, but got it done. I mean, we got a pretty good number of hearts and equipment, so it's not too bad for these guys. But still, doing it fast is like that is it's always good.
All right, Hitaka gonna set up the real cool swamp left side tech here, setting up the bomb trigger for the switch, and he's also going to do a diver down right now, where he's going to be able to walk on water and pick up that small key. Once he goes through this door, the bomb's going to trigger the switch here, and now he's going to be able to continue on left side. So really nice time save on the swamp dungeon.
Super amazing.
I actually don't have that bomb timing down, so I don't have that in my toolbox yet. But I do the diver down, save a little bit of time still. Okay, Andy getting his 4th crystal here. Wow.
Yeah, and I mean, azder on the way towards his 4th as well, with 3 Super Metroid bosses down.
Mm-hmm.
But again, those mitts still on the hunt.
I think for what we know, I would say comfortably now, I think Andy might be in the lead. You know, just looking at what he has to do to kind of get himself into go mode, I can see North Air being an attractive option.
Depends. Like, if he goes to Meridia, I think he could lose a lot of time.
He could, yes. But again, it's just depending on what option he does. Because if he does LN, he's probably gonna do North Air as well. So I can see LN to North Air. I don't think he'll do North Air first. I'll have to wait and see. And yeah, he's gonna go to LN area now.
Okay, this puts him on a really good path.
Nito's is a little more interesting. Again, Nito, like, sticking with the Link to the Past, but also the wreck ship skip. It could be one of those situations where he lives and dies by the sword. But I think there's a point where he knows he's missing so many items, he's gonna go there eventually. I don't know. It's just a matter of when at this point.
It's tricky because, I mean, like, you absolutely have to go to wreck ship here, like, pretty soon. And if you wanna catch azder, who's knocking out all these Link to the Past dungeons super fast, already has 3 SM bosses done, so you gotta make a move on those. Is this a ped check? Let's see. We already had this check earlier, but Hitaka going for some menuing strats here on Argus.
He's getting bullied by the RNG of the Argus's movement cycles. So he has, what, about 12? I know there's better, more knowledgeable LTP runners than me in here that know it, but it's like slowest, slower, slow, etc., etc. Maybe it's 9 patterns, but yeah.
It's like Fantoon.
Yeah, but worse.
Fantoon is just the ghost of Argus confirmed.
Yup. Yeah. Double sword spin, probably faster strat. I like menuing personally. I'm just a little more comfortable with it. But I would say, yeah, the sword spin is probably the fastest way to go here.
Nito just loaded up on some potions. I imagine this is the Ice Palace play, maybe? I was wrong.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious where he's going right now.
I don't know. Smith chain? I think he already did that.
No, yeah.
He already did that.
Maybe it's graveyard? I don't know.
Yeah, I guess. Yep.
No.
Just kidding. It's angling north.
Where in the world is neatorific going? Smith chain. Okay, he hasn't done this yet. Got it.
Hammer peg specifically, I think.
Oh, but I thought he had all of it though.
You didn't have hammer because he didn't do
you're right.
Sprint Star skip, bro.
Rinstar skip.
Yeah, I think things are kind of just on path here for Andy at this point. As long as he's thorough about checking Norfair, which I imagine he would naturally route Norfair into Meridia from this situation. So he'll hit his Quake, he'll get his speed booster, that'll help just with just movement in general. And obviously he's gonna get his Fire Rod down here behind Ridley, and then Flippers at Ice Beam. So if he just cleans out the rest of Norfair, he's in go.
It's gonna be a real hot time for him too. Just again with 4 of those dungeons out of the way already, 2 bosses. He's gonna have the 3rd here in path that Fire Rod, so yeah. Hot time literally being an LN, by the way.
Hitaka exhausting like all possibilities before going back to the Dark Cross. That's really unfortunate.
We still got some more, as you see with, of course, azder having pod done and Hitaka does not. I wonder if he does it with like Pyramid to Dark Cross, because he has. I don't think he's done Pyramid yet.
That's his out, I guess.
He's going towards it. Okay, no,
Getting
he's
the
gonna
sword.
Get or the.
I mean, you can still go to pod from here.
You can,
right?
yeah, you can. But I think that's more. He's gonna go to pod rather than hey, I'm gonna go to Pyramid.
I agree.
So we'll have to wait and see. I don't know. With Flute and Hammer, I would probably just rub Pyramid. But we'll see.
Azder cleaning up. There's a graveyard ledge. Here we go. Gotta do it all. But Nito's actually on a good path here too. So that'll get him the Varia he needs for SM. That'll get him the bow. That'll get him the mirror. So then he just has to do Norfair for his go.
Hitaka making the right play here too. Gonna be checking Pyramid, and he has the mirror equipped still. JKL. Oh wait, just wants to do the hook speed.
For the hook speed. Yeah.
I was gonna say he's gonna mirror afterwards, but we'll see.
Is he?
I don't know. Yup. All right.
All right. We
Same,
did it,
dude. So he wins the side bet on who gets Titans first between him and azder. So a reminder for the folks at home, so even though we have 4 runners here racing, it's actually Hitaka versus Andy and azder versus neatorific right now. So
Yeah, and while Azder doesn't have those mitts, he actually has a lot of completion right now. So it's interesting. Honestly, I would probably put him ahead.
I would too, and naturally for the route, azder's gonna get like his hook here, and then I would take this down to Pyramid from where he's at, but we'll see how he does this. Because hook opens up swamp.
Right.
So I might just bail on that pathing and do swamp up.
Yeah, I see swamp. I see swamp before going back to Dark Cross for Azder there.
Yeah. That's how I think I would route it, and I think that's how he's gonna route it too. Like he's gonna see the crystal, his eyes gonna light up, he's like, I'm gonna go.
Oh, he's not even doing Zora? Maybe he's gonna go to Hylia Island, grab his sword. Because that'll be his 3rd sword, and then he'll route to Zora from there.
Maybe? Like, I think so?
Is he going to Meridia without gravity?
No.
That's a big nope, right? Like, there's no way.
He's not gonna do that. Not normal. Not normal. He knows better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh God!
Does he though?
This is your fault. He was going the right direction.
No way. What is going? No. Oh, you know what he's gonna do? He's just gonna kill Dre and bounce. But oh my lord, this is now a hot race on the bottom. I repeat, this is a hot race on the bottom now. Oh my lord, is this actually reality, dude? He can get there. He has the means. He has grapple, he has ice, he has spring, he has bombs. He has X-ray, so he has like all the means he needs to like get through this.
You mean all the memes?
In a variety of different ways.
Like,
yes, this is definitely a meme. I am actually stunned right now.
I mean, it is fast to do this, but I mean, you gotta use grapple to like get through this section. It's kind of slow with no space jump.
I'm just. Yeah, like I get what he's doing. I think he's done this before too, where he'll just like kill it and bounce. I hope that's what he does.
If he does any more than that, I think it's actually a mistake. Yeah.
Oh, it's probably game. Like it's the added time for doing all the suitless Meridia is like great. Like this isn't that bad if you're very well skilled in getting out, like azder is. Because you know he can go like crystal suit out. He can spring ball.
Yeah, spring ball
jump. He can double spring ball jump. He can grapple escape. He's got all the tools. Also still on 4 E-tanks. Wow. This is crazy, dude.
This is a play. I mean, he's got some reserve too. So, I mean, like, of all the people on the screen here, like, azder is somebody that can easily execute this, and like, I would trust to get this done. So, like, let's see it. I love it.
Yeah, you know, I definitely see what he's thinking. Like he's thinking like, what if hookshot and Titans are here? Like GG basically, right? Doesn't need gravity anymore.
Yeah, it's fair.
Oh, so he has more than 3 things. I guess. And
hey, that's 4 SM bosses done. You can go beat the game.
Yep.
Nito grabbing that high jump, and he just got speed. Pretty nice. Okay. Hitaka getting completely nothing in pod, so good stuff.
I think in hindsight, I kind of like this play from azder, honestly, because like you said, it's like 4 bosses done. He's gonna do the grapple escape here.
If he doesn't have to come back to Meridia, then that could be huge.
Okay, that's good. Yeah.
I just hope
really
he can get that
here.
hook shot. Yeah, he's doing well.
And he's just gonna like to spring ball out, which is good. So you can actually, so I tested this, you can actually, if you can get up here, if you didn't have any items, you can get out as well, past the room in here.
And you can do a crystal flash to get a blue suit on,
right,
on Dragon, and then spark up this room. Yeah.
But I mean, so in the next room, so the big room.
Oh, you're talking about that one. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I watched like 1 too many episodes of like American Ninja or something like that. So I was like, I'm going to try this out. And I like desuited and took away all the items. And you actually could do it, but it's like stupid hard. Like just like wall jumps and like morph jumps like he's doing right now with the spikes. No grapple. It's pretty neat. It's a good challenge. You should try it.
I'm good.
Wow. All right, Alucard out for game 2 comps. Got it.
It was worth it.
Okay, he's gonna check.
Okay, he's gonna check it. If he does any more than this, I mean, I guess you can do sand pits. Like, there's.
No, we're getting the legendary memes if he goes further. I think.
Think so?
Yeah, I can't take my eyes off this part of the screen. Andy getting his flippers here. Effectively putting him in go, by the way. I should call out. He's going.
I think he knows he's in go, actually.
Yeah, he does.
Probably.
He knows about TR.
Probably wants the 3rd sword, but not beat up about it. Again, you can probably grab it after swamp.
I don't know about this, dude.
It's a play.
It's a play. I'm gonna remind everyone at home. This is a best of one too, so this is pretty. It's pretty ballsy.
Going to scout this one item.
Yep.
Can you imagine if this was like your mitts or something? Like, you just come in here and you're just sad immediately.
So Duck's making a good point. Like, if you're skilled at it, it's not that slow. It's still slower than your opponents are gonna do, right?
Well, it's not just that. There's nothing here. Like, it's not in logic
that we know of.
Well, yeah, I understand that. Like, he can believe that something could be there. Like, I understand that completely. But with it being out of logic, like, that means, you know, sure, you could skip gravity, but, you know, if you might just find it on path.
Right.
I mean, it's a play. I like that he's going for it, because it's showcasing his skill and, you know, his routing and stuff, but it's eating a lot of time, and Nito's definitely catching up, because he's hitting all these items in Wreck Ship, and it's gonna very quickly point him towards a lot of other stuff now. He's gonna start knocking stuff out.
The thing with Nito is his crystal count's super, super low right now, though. That's the problem.
It is. Well,
so even with
this,
this,
and Tower Hair are free, right?
Yeah.
But yeah,
even with this, like, it's gonna be tough to claw back in, I think, but we'll see. This is definitely gonna help a lot. It's definitely making it much more interesting, I would want to say. But it's all up to Nito where he goes next. If he goes Ellen to Norfair, then he's on the good path, and if he chooses to start doing like the fast again, then rip.
Yep.
All right, Nito getting his bow here.
Andy getting a 5th crystal here. Still has to do Swamp Palace and Turtle Rock. But Hitaka is lagging behind, has not defeated Ridley while Andy has, and is working on the 5th crystal now. So Andy is just straight up ahead with Hitaka and in go mode, so it's looking like a pretty solid win here from Andy.
Yeah, I would be inclined to agree too. It's a shame it's so early in the race, but you know what? These things kind of happen, right?
Hell, I mean, those mitts, right? Like, that's like a huge deciding factor. Like, Hitaka hasn't even been to Dark DM to get gravity. Like,
right.
You have to think about those kind of things, too.
Yeah, like, you get those mitts late, and not just the item placements, but it's also the locations you have to check now. It's all scattered, right? Whereas Andy can just methodically full clear.
And here's a good time to route in the sword for Andy.
So he wants it before Swamp, I figured. It's annoying that it's there, though.
Here's another icebreaker. Nicely done. Azder continuing the adventure here. And it's all being done skillfully. All of the Suitless Meridia, this is knocking it out pretty quick, but it's as quick as you can go, which is still pretty slow.
I believe that's the 4th bottle that Azder's seen.
Andy gets to do the go mode swamp dream here.
All right, so with Nito electing to do Pod Eastern, I don't know now.
Yeah, that's gonna eat some time for sure.
Like he gets a crystal out of it if he commits to the Green Pendant and Armos. That's like another couple minutes there, right?
That's definitely a sink. Yeah. He's still got to catch up on Ridley and Skullwoods and Tower of Hera as well. I mean, hopefully Azder actually remembers that Darkcross exists. I assume he does, but it's just like at the back of his mind. It's like last location kind of thing. And then, I mean, he's got to be thinking about the flippers checks. Yeah, if you're just joining us, this is the Super Metroid and Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past combined randomizer invitational hosted by the one and only Solski. Join me on commentary here. And speed gaming, of course. Basically 8 of the best players in combo rando duking it out to win some big money. And I guess people like fame too. Maybe some of that.
Yeah, but are they really the champs though if they win? Like, I don't know about fame. They're getting a good paycheck out of it. But
I mean, they get to take money from you, right? Like,
yeah, but let's not get too out of the way now. They still haven't beat me. This is a lot of fun to watch, by the way. I've really enjoyed this so far.
It's great. Yeah, and coming up right after this, we're gonna jump right into the next match at 1 p.m. Eastern. It'll be 4 completely different players. We got Apathy Duck, 07. Am I supposed to emphasize that?
Yeah, you're gonna emphasize the 07 without prejudice, especially when flute scenes happen, please.
Okay. So Apathy Duck 07,
Thank you.
Maniacal, Aussie, and Wild Anaconda 69.
You did this to yourself, Duck. You did this to yourself. You know his response is gonna be, listen.
Azder making his way all the way back to Waterway. While Andy's cleaning up Dre here.
I don't mind it because it's on path to Mother Brain, and he's just gonna. It looks like he's just gonna finish off Mother Brain first, and being resigned to that fact, you might as well just route this in. If you have it
I don't like it with this ammo count though for Mother Brain.
I don't really either.
Plasma, yeah.
But you know, if he's committing to this, you know he's gonna do it.
I guess. I think it's wrong. Personally, I think you need to get that ammo. But I mean, that's the decision you make. We're gonna see a fire rodless dip into tier. Oh, wait, he doesn't even have a quake. It's probably just sad about that immediately. But gonna get gravity here and probably gonna push Hitaka towards Meridia now. Andy knows he's in go mode, doesn't need to check anything, just out of here. So that's 6 crystals and 4 bosses from Andy. Just TR and Ganon's Tower and Ganon Mother Brain. Easy path. Nito did end up beating Helmasaur King, but it's just cleaning up the rest of Pod here. But yeah, there's azder going into Torian, the end game area for Super Metroid. Just gonna finish this up. This could also be a play where he's just like, all right, let me finish this up and now think about locations that I can do that I might have forgotten, or you know, where is this hook shot? Where are the mids? Let me think about this. Because then it's just kind of muscle memory execution, and can use your brain power on solving the rest of the seed. Clean Metroid rooms from azder. And he's on the way to TR. Curious where Hitaka's going, but probably Meridia, if I had to guess. Oh, could be LN. This is the right way to go in terms of go mode. So that's exciting for Hitaka. A little too late, but he dips LN. Like, most of the items in Lower Norfair are on path, so it is very advantageous to do this before Meridia, which the items are a lot more spread out and kind of far away from the boss. So if you can go mode Meridia like Andy did, it's a huge, huge benefit. Nito committing to the Eastern play, unfortunately.
Yup.
I wonder if that, honestly, that's on azder's mind too. We'll really see after this Torian what he does, what he's remembered, what his plans are.
I hope it's more of a elected choice rather than a forgotten spot as well, because I know that's a classic to kind of have your mind slip with the map being kind of weird in SMZ3. So
yeah,
I'll have to wait and see.
But if he finds those mitts first, like, is he gonna get to Zora to get hookshot? That's a question too.
I think he just does Zora first, 100%. But
he probably does that before he finds mitts. Yeah,
he kind of did a complete, like, I don't even know if you call it 180, but completely blew our minds with that. Yeah. Like, all right, he's gonna get his hook.
He also has to rely on charge ice Spazer here for Mother Brain, since he wasn't really full ammo, so it's gonna take up a little more time. But again, more time to think, figure out what you need to do, so that's also good. Hey, Armos had half magic.
So you know when we talked about like time saves from getting items, like Silver's was like around 20 seconds? Half magic doesn't save that much at all. It's a nice safety.
Confirmed.
It's a nice safety. Yeah. Like maybe a second, if I'm being generous. Maybe a little bit more depending on situations that happen throughout the rest of the game, but yeah, I would say it's more about a comfort item than anything. Still an only fighter sword though, that's kind of Monka S at this point, I would say.
Hitaka kind of trudging through worst room in the game here. Trying to use the Space Pirate to jump off of. I like it.
Mm-hmm. Alright, well, azder through Mother Brain Phase 2. We'll take a nice little break now.
Yeah. Let's relax a bit. Think about what you gotta do next.
Yeah, I call this the drink break. Like I always go up, mix myself something.
Hey, you got time. Yeah.
Either an adult beverage or like grab a Red Bull or water or something like that. Just gives you enough time to get here and get back to the chair. You don't even have to like run. You're just like casually, all right, I'm just going downstairs. It's quite the cutscene. It's nice.
And this Gomo TR is actually pretty nice. Andy can completely skip Laser Bridge here. And Nito is on the right track here. Gonna work on a spring ball jump to get out of here.
Spring ball jumps are like one of those kind of awkward techs to kind of feel out and do, but as an explanation point, they want to pause while unequipped with the spring ball item. And as they pause, they're gonna want to hold A. Once they repause to get out with the spring ball equipped, they just tap A again and hold, and then they get that spring ball jump and the extra jump height from it to get across areas such as that.
Yeah, Nito's nailing it. And can we get a G in the chat for azder taking out Mother Brain?
He hasn't even escaped yet. Look at that
Whatever.
timer that's not there.
Exactly. It's already gone. Like, I mean, what do? I think you gotta do it now. What is this X-ray buffer on the Metal Pirates? I like it.
You've never seen that?
I like it. It's classy.
Yup. I was gonna say, do you think for Azder's next party trick, he's just gonna moonfall or moonwalk the rest? I don't think he has moonwalk.
I mean, if he still needs a few more minutes to think about where he needs to go, then sure.
Yeah. That's good stuff. I'm actually surprised. I didn't think we'd see it this tournament, but you know what? Bust out his bag of tricks, man. All right, so you don't... Yeah, so good. When you do SM first, as a finish, you get this weird sequence. So you don't have the timer, which actually saves a lot of time on lag. You don't have to go to the ship, so there's a lot of strength. So you save like something like 15-20 seconds, I believe we timed it out to. And the main like barrier is that that last section when you want to spark up. You don't want to shoot because the blocks are already gone. There's no enemies, so you just literally just run to the right and then go. If you shoot, then you risk going through the door, which I've seen countless runners do, including myself.
Solid Ridley fight there from Hitaka. Andy now entering Ganon's tower, looking for that big key. Finds a small key on the right, continues to the right. Pretty standard strategy.
Alright, so good news for Nito. He's on the right path here.
For sure. Yep.
Which is great. After fulfilling the remainder of his remaining checks here, I'm going to check out K45. And Hitaka finishing up on a pretty good Ridley fight, so he is not in go yet. He will be soon though. I imagine seeing Nito.
Nito and Hitaka are kind of neck and neck a bit, because Nito has defeated Dragon. Hitaka hasn't done that quite yet. But Hitaka does have a bit of a crystal lead, so.
Right.
Yeah, but they're not racing each other, so it doesn't really matter.
They aren't.
In the grand scheme of things.
I was gonna say with that, we'll remind the viewers that it is Andy versus Hitaka and azder versus neatorific in this Group A matchup. Winners of each of these races will go on to face each other later this afternoon, and we're gonna have the next round of 8 matchup between Apathy Duck and Wild Anaconda 69 and Aussie 101 and Maniacal. That's gonna be probably the highlight hot match of round 1, and that's gonna be starting at 1 p.m. today. So. Or whenever the race concludes, whichever happens, obviously.
No, I can criticize you about a lot of things like your gameplay and stuff, Solski, but I can't criticize you about who you invited to this tournament. Some really good players.
I had to make some really tough calls with it too. There's a lot of good runners to invite. I thought about maybe a 12 or 16 player format, but I thought that it would make the 2-day thing impossible, so I had to cut it to 8, which was really tough. I also made this list of players like a year ago, by the way, too. So
yeah, I mean, with all the tournaments and stuff that we've been having lately,
Yeah.
and I mean, so many new players have stepped it up, and I could see, you know, easily this becoming, if this becomes like a thing, regular thing, then, you know, the next year could be 16 or even more.
I'm not sure my wife will appreciate the money spent, but yeah.
Fair enough.
We'll take a look.
Well, we got Screw Attack in Rando Room, so that's good. Actually, you probably didn't want that, but... But we did get Wave Beam, so the Wave Beam's nice.
Okay.
Talking about to find that Quake.
Nice.
Nito
nice.
just got Fire Rod, so good path.
Alright. This is game point. Where does azder go?
Well, he's doing Zora.
Going to Zora.
Yeah. So he's gonna get hook shot. That doesn't actually. That's just gonna put him into
He's getting a red
swamp. It's gonna go to
Yeah.
swamp immediately. Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna be happy to see this here, personally. Just because he did do
Absolutely not.
waterfall. And
He didn't
then
even
just
mirror
making the
after
judgment call.
Catfish. Like
Yeah.
he had the chance. Yeah. Actually, he did mirror, and then he just didn't walk over. Hey,
Well,
by the
this
way,
is-
tile room.
Yeah, this is real. This is real stupid, by the way. Andy with a really incredible time, and he lost like 5 minutes to GT Tile Room. Hell yeah!
Easy game.
Like he's already lined up for a real hot time. He probably would have been sub 210 if he didn't have Tile Room here, depending on where the big key landed. But yeah.
Alright, so Hitaka knows he's in go mode at this point. Andy knows he's mad about tile room at this point. Yeah, I was like, where are you going? Oh, he wanted the magic. Okay, good. Azure, as predicted, is going to swamp. Nito's
Yeah.
cleaning up Norfair, probably going to hit go mode fairly soon.
Zero surprises with azder going to swamp, by the way. Like
It's the clear
Brings them
choice.
along.
Yeah. But keep in mind, Azure has completed Super Metroid, so that's time you have to account for in that bottom match. That bottom match, Azure versus neatorific, is hot right now. Like, who knows what Azure's gonna get back to its emits, yeah.
It was like, it had some really weird swings. Like, Nito was hitting everything in Link to the Past, and he looked like maybe he had a little bit of an edge, but then Azur's execution took over, gave him a little bit of the, gave him that lead back, but now it's like, I don't know, it's really hard to say.
Yeah.
We do know Nito's gonna be in go mode once he gets this Quake. He doesn't know
He
yet
needs
with the
flippers too. Yeah.
He'll get it hopefully before Croc. If he does Croc first, then I think
He
that's
gets silvers
Azur's-
at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think in about 4 minutes we'll figure out if Azder either mistakenly or calculatedly left off that Dark Cross for 10 minutes. I've been in this spot way too many times. It's kind of, I really hope it was calculated at that point.
Yeah. But I mean, Mit's go mode is pretty good. In terms of like, hey, I don't have to like check anything that's mitts locked, I'm good
Right.
to go. Yeah, limits the locations.
The problem is like if it's not calculated and you last location it, it's remembering which location you didn't check, right? Like that's
Correct. Yeah,
that's the barn dance
X
you gotta
factor.
go through.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's just seconds and maybe minutes bleeding. You almost always remember it too, but it's a really frustrating experience to go through, especially in a race like this.
Got some more diver down action here from azder.
Nice speed booster there for Nito. Andy methodically just dumping all his bombs, NMG style strats here to be able to get a menu to fire rod. And we're gonna probably see the hover. Yep, there it is. Save on that menu.
Nicely done. Hitaka on the way to TR.
You know what? It's hilarious. It took till 2020, but I'm pretty sure no one's impressed by hovering anymore. I love it. It took 3 years, guys, but we got there.
I'm impressed, okay?
Yeah, Andy on 2 hearts, but this is like reading the newspaper for him. It's nothing new. And Hitaka making his way to TR for his 7th crystal on route to Ganon. He's gonna route in Ganon to Meridia for the Dragon kill. That's kind of like the 101 route if you are in Go and you have not done Dragon yet.
Moment of truth here for neatorific.
He did not go.
He didn't do
croc
croc yet,
early. Yeah,
but he
so
didn't
he's
do
gonna go.
ice. He didn't do ice.
Is he saving? Is he saving or is he
Maybe.
leading?
No,
dude.
He's going to TR.
It's not that bad because he has to do it. It's just he could have read it better. Because now he's TR and Hera. Oh no! It's right
and
there.
Wood, right? Like and ice. Like he's gonna do all of it. Well, I guess you can.
Dude.
You know you can go mode ice.
Yeah.
So that's not a big deal.
Yeah. So good news is he'll go mode swamp and ice, but this is starting to look insurmountable now, I would say. We'll see.
We will, and we'll also see, you know, I still think azder is ahead, even, like, assuming he last location mitts here.
He might not feel he's ahead. This is a real
I would not. I would not feel that way if I last location my mitts in Dark Cross.
Yep. Like I'm happy with like 220 sub go. Like that's like a security blanket for knowing if you're doing well in the suit or not. But this seed ran pretty quick, and they're gonna have that sense. They're gonna know that pushes it southwards like 210, 205. I want to hit go by, and he's just like pushing 208 right now. So this is probably where I would get unsettled with the seed. Definitely. Especially after committing to like suitless Meridia and not finding anything.
Yep. And Andy with some really clean spins here. Triples on Ganon. Really working him down. Just one more to go.
It's like you're counting or something.
I try.
I'm terrible at that. I just like hit him until he dies, dude. I never math it out.
Get your G's in the chat for Andy, but we still got another game to finish on his side. Got to take out Mother Brain, so just save, quit, and reset. Back at the ship. As you're getting those sweet missiles on the left side of Swamp. Does he know where to go? He's going in the right direction.
Alright, yeah, it's pretty certain he knows where to go. Yeah.
Maybe?
Is
he going to Eastern? No. Okay.
No, he would have fluted.
Yeah, I don't know why he didn't mirror there.
Yeah, I don't either, but that's fine. He knows. He hasn't done pyramid yet, actually.
If he doesn't do Dark Cross after
all
pyramid.
right. Well, moment of truth. That's why he did this. All right, he knows. He knows. He knows.
Here we go.
He probably swore a
Has he done
couple
the
times
front?
too.
I don't know if he's done the front.
Oh Lord, he has.
Classic. The old 210 Hyrule Castle. It's great routing though. See ya, small P. Peace out.
This is like why facing Azder in like one-on-one is really tough, because there's seeds he just like kind of crushes it, and then there's seeds kind of like this, right? Like it has that chance to just go really off the rails. I would say it's one of those ones right now. Luck is of course a big factor to that, but it's just that's the route style. Like for how this he played, like playing it soft and safe, like say an Andy did, and to a lesser extent Hitaka got there with the one choice he made, like it just played to that kind of seed.
Yeah, but Hitaka also abandoned, Dark Cross for too long, and that was really, I honestly think that was the difference, because like Hitaka's still gonna have a really respectable time here. Like these guys are going really fast. Nice baby skip there from Andy. Beautifully done.
Okay, here it is.
Here we go.
I'm just happy he remembered, honestly.
Yeah.
That's like the main thing here.
For sure.
Or he knew about it.
I mean, that puts Azder squarely in the lead.
Yeah, he's gonna take this one. He already has Mother Brain done. I mean, with a crystal
with
advantage.
more crystals, yeah.
+2.
And,
yeah. But yeah, pretty much showing why Azder was top 2, second place in the latest SMZ3 tournament.
And honestly, he's always been at the top. He's been at the top of the bracket of like every tournament, right?
Yeah. A lot of people favored him to win, actually. It's crazy.
Right, here we go. Mother Brain. 20 of these charge ice wave plasma shots will do the trick.
We have Apathy Duck 07 in chat saying, "Gee, wonder who was #1 all capitals." I'm trying to be not modest. If you don't want me to modest, I can flip that switch. Also, do you want me to just lie? You're trying to be modest. I am.
Are you?
Yes.
Good. Gonna have some sweet stand-up glitch action. Oh, baby. It's really fast with the stuff they got, so makes sense.
Listen, you know what? I know it's off-brand for me to be modest, but I'm running this tournament for these guys, right? So I gotta give shout-outs to them. They're probably the top 8 runners in this game right now. There's a lot of good up-and-comers in the community. Really excited to see where it takes in the next year, because again, there's a lot of up-and-comers. And it's just really exciting to see how it plays out.
As they're nailing that icebreaker first try. Beautiful.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Looks like Andy got a good number of shots in there, but probably playing it a little bit safe. Missing a couple there at the end. Not bad. Just 5 more hyper beam shots there to take Mother Brain out. It's the final escape. You know, it felt like Azder was an escape very recently, too. But maybe the one in Link to the Past. Really nice, clean execution here from Andy on the escape. You know, with a nice try-next fight. There it is. GG Andy. Wow.
That's a hot time. With a 2:16:17. Andy will take the matchup versus Hitaka and we'll move on to the round of 4 of the semifinals of the SMZ3 Invitational. GG's in chat for Andy. What a great run.
It's an insane time.
And like this is no slouch for Hitaka either. Being in GT, having Dre and Mother Brain left to do, like, honestly, it would have been tighter if he got to Titans a little bit sooner. But considering he closed the last location to it for the most part, like that's good for him.
And, you know, of course, he's gonna last location this big key in the tile room as well.
Yeah, I'm just gonna highlight. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Just the story of this. Like, I know we're seeing like 2 races here, but it is the same seed. It's just, it's real unfortunate. Hitaka drew Andy in this one, right? Because he would have ended up winning. It's like, it would have been close between him and Azder, because Azder just like TR finished in GT, but I don't know.
I think Hitaka had the slight edge here. We'll see, though. Obviously, we'll know. We'll know. It's all side by side. I like the chicken, just running around on the bunny beam sprite.
It's just to see some of these times here. 340 Pegasus boots. Nice 00000 flute. A staple of a bug in the SMZ3 ROM.
Classic.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, those early boots, I guess, lend themselves towards having this kind of time in the game. Makes sense. But
Only
you also have to
bombs.
make the right choices sometimes. You know, like Andy's shoes, being able to skip all of Meridia is amazing. So much time save.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of good numbers on his side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's good stuff. 194 too. Wow. Oh yeah, I guess with the 21 GT big key, that'll definitely help. Like that influences the items collected a lot. Like people, they're like, oh my god, he collected like 20 more items. Yeah, like GT's a big factor in that usually. So this one, everyone's probably gonna get that big old 21, but let's see.
Yeah, as predicted, Nito is just cleaning up all the Link to the Past dungeons. So, you know, he did Hera. He's doing Skullwoods right now. Probably... I mean, could see a Go Mode Ice, but there's no real reason to do that. We might see some Overworld before he hits up the last couple locations in Norfair. But he's probably got to be thinking about Croc and Ice and stuff at this point. It's not too much else. So what's coming up for the SMZ3 Invitational for the rest of the day today, Solski?
All right, so you got Alucard 2004 and myself again on commentary, and runners are going to be Maniacal versus Aussie 101 and Wild Anaconda 69 versus Apathy Duck 07. It's going to be real good two matches there, I think. That's going to round up our round 8, and then following that matchup at, I believe, about 4 p.m. is going to be the semifinals for the Group A matches, which you're seeing right now, which is going to be Andy versus whoever wins versus azder and neatorific, and the winners of Group B will be following that at about 7 p.m. tonight.
And then it's all-day finals tomorrow, right?
All day finals. I hope for the runner's sake it's like a BO2, but like for the tournament and the the fans, I hope it's a BO3. Just because 3 matches in one day is a lot.
It is quite a bit, but we're gonna love it if it happens. You know that. Yep, it's gonna be a best of 3 in one day. All runners agreed to it, so.
I felt like that was probably the best way to showcase it, and have the finals be a little bit more impactful too, right? Than a BO1. So.
Hitaka running out of magic a little bit there. Had to switch over to Lamp. Just checking in for some silvers, but those are at Croc. Not happening. I still don't know who's coming ahead between Hitaka and azder. Not that it matters, but I have no clue, because azder still has to get the big key, which is probably going to be last location. And
yeah.
Hitaka's, right on path to just do Ganon, Mother Brain done, so it's going to be real tight.
azder should still take it just because, again, he just has to kill Ganon at this point, whereas Hitaka's going through Ganon momentarily, then has to go to Meridia for Dre, then has to kill Mother Brain.
Oh, the Meridia. Yeah, I guess the Meridia probably throws a wrench in that.
Mm-hmm. If it was just Mother Brain after, I'd say it's tight to the seconds, but I think azder's going to enjoy like a nice little 2-minute advantage on that. Finish second on the restream and first in his race. Unless like some Galaxy Brain stuff happens that will never happen, so I won't even entertain it as a conversation piece.
Hold on.
Yeah, I know I hear that a lot. It's like, well, if someone's console crashes like 30 times, and I'm just like, we're not gonna entertain that here today, guys. And then as I say that, Bit of a weird pause on azder stream. Okie dokie.
Hitaka with a little bit of struggle there on Aga too. Had to drink a potion there, but we'll be fine. And if you're in Azur's shoes right now, you're like, where is my big key? I have struggled through all of this. Last locationing my mid.
You know what?
In Dark Cross. Like,
please
let me be free.
This is where you go through, and you know deep down in the back of your head where it is, but you don't want to believe it, so you're just gonna soldier through, right? Like, please, you're like, please show mercy, have it here. See, it's like, nah, bro, it's SMZ3. You know the drill. Again, like the old mantra of this game is, it's always in the worst spot, always.
Pretty much.
And yup. There's the moment of impact.
Hitaka does also have to do these spins on Ganon. Azure being the only one with silvers, which were at Pantry in the Crocomire area of Upper Norfair.
Yeah, he's legit. Other than Ice and the Titan Lock locations, full cleared everything. So that's the trade-off. Was he did all of SM, which no one else did, but he's gonna avoid those Titan Lock locations. So I think him getting Titans as go mode was really helpful.
Yeah, if it was hook shot, it might
yeah,
have pulled him away from that for a while. But like Dark Cross is like a one-off, so
right.
It's probably the last thing he would have checked.
Yep.
It makes sense.
Like he's not hovering hookshot cave, but he's gonna do tier ice first, 100%, and the Titan Lock locations before going to escape. He probably would have comboed like Fat Fairy into escape actually.
Right. All right, there's a G for Hitaka. Your G's in the chat. As we see Nito heading towards... What's going on here? Grabbing the sword and maybe Ice Palace? Bombo's tablet. Gross. K45. You can see like the clean route here for Hitaka. Just once you're on the pyramid after Ganon, you could just like run over here to the Meridia portal, knock out Dragon, and then just bounce out of here and reset into Super Metroid.
Lucky 21, dude. Love it. You'll love to see that, don't you? I don't.
You mean 22?
21.
What's going on here? What's happening here, champ?
I was trying to tie it in with like gambling, but you know what? Whatever. 22. Apparently I need a third coffee.
Oh, Nino's going back in. Here we go. I mean, checking ice on the way to Croc makes sense. So, okay, it looks like he's going to hit that go mode here.
It's good. Yeah, he probably flipped this in the croc at that point if he didn't hit here, or he has the option to check the check ice, but he knows flippers aren't going to be there, so it's pretty much resigned to the it has to be in upper north air. So.
Yeah, unfortunate that he didn't follow through there.
Mm-hmm. It's real neat to see like a couple of the runners get that really quick. Like,
I mean, Nito's route
azder.
was just awesome. Like,
Yep.
I love that early game route. That was super value.
It's just what hung him was no hammer and just breaking up the route, right? So he had to go back first and stuff. Yeah,
for sure.
No mirror as well, and no bow, right? So
Bring off the wreck ship.
There's a lot
like,
of hang-ups.
That was kind of a problem, right? Like that was
really, yeah. It was the wreck ship live or die strat, right? Like you either go or you don't. And it's just one of those instances where it really burned you because it was so value today.
Definitely
like much higher, I say, than normal. I imagine Azder's probably sweating pretty good right now too.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Like, and I only say that, like, I know he's confident in his abilities, but I mean, it's more because he did Suitless Meridia. That's like the only reason I would say he's sweating. Late Mitts is kind of but he go moded 2 dungeons out of it. It's the trade-off that Suitless Meridia, I think.
Well, I mean, if that Dark Cross was like Gravity Suit, and then you know the mitts were somewhere accessible in Meridia, then he would be.
Yep.
You know,
yeah, and he played those odds, right?
So yeah, it was possible, but looks like he's in pretty good shape here. So I mean,
right.
There's the sword for Nito. Gonna jump into Ice Palace, I imagine. And then you'll have that sword for Swamp as well, so I like the play. Hitaka on the way to Turian. Working on that second G. This dream Aga 2 placement.
Really nice Aga fight.
Yeah, it was 2-2.
Yeah, that 2-2 was all him at the end with that pattern.
It's real good. Man, these guys are just nailing that icebreaker. Real clean. Hitaka's like flying through Metroid rooms. Alright, azder about to close out this match. A little low on health, but he's got silvers, so this should be pretty free. There's the last silvers hit. GG to azder. Taking it home with a 2:34.48 official time. Congratulations, he'll be moving on to face Andy in the semifinals of the SMZ3 Invitational.
Yeah, that's a real good time for pretty much full clearing both games. Came to play today. I'd like to see it. Good.
Hitaka's not far behind. Starting up this mother brain fight.
And we're joined by azder. GG, dude. Congrats on winning the match.
GG. So how you feeling?
Oh, I was feeling pretty dumb for a long time. So I made a catfish play planning to backdoor Meridian from it, and I'm like, well, I could just flip to Zora after and not have to make myself walk out of it after I do that. And I was thinking, well, I should check the legend so that, like, if I do need it, then maybe I will do Zora now and not flip to it later. But then I didn't. And I ended up looking through all the Meridian because I was still like go -2, and I figured there is probably as much of a chance of gravity being in that sphere as much as nuts.
That was an interesting choice for sure. Like, we were wondering how much you would traverse through, you know, and like cut your losses at a certain point, or not. Like, if you would just do Dragon and bounce, or if you wanted to check it all, or what.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that. But yeah, I don't know. I think I lost like 15 minutes to not, just literally not going and looking at the Zora ledge.
Yeah, probably. It was a fairly substantial one. I mean, I think you also lost a decent amount of time to not checking Dark Cross, as well. But that wasn't something I was gonna fit into my route of the way the other stuff went. But I mean, yeah. Fair.
It's just not how I would have read it in any case, but this missing that hookshot was a very simple thing that I could have fixed. And it was a situation that I'd never really been in before, so I decided to try it out, and lesson learned, I guess. I just happened to not lose the match over it. Which I also felt like I bought up a lot of time, because I felt like I chose which areas to go to in a really good order. Like, I put off Thieves Town Skullwoods until I ended up having Fire Rod.
Yeah, that was huge for you, for sure. Nito actually, like, came out of the gate on this one really strong, because he basically stayed in Link to the Past for a while and like hit mids and everything, but he didn't go to wreck ship for forever, and that's, I think, what did him in the most.
Oh wow, so
yeah.
So like restrained me were that spur the whole time.
Yes, he had them like immediately, basically, because he did the dark room traversals, and then we were like, oh, lamps and Brinstar, okay, so this is all just free and logic. But then trying to narrow down where like speed was, because you guys got flippers and hammer locked behind speed logically, it was a journey. And then it was basically vanilla. But yeah, he came out of the gate real strong, but he also kind of didn't do Ice Beam, but like he'd done the rest of Norfair, so like he was kind of, he did like all of his Link to the Past dungeons and then found the flippers, so it's just unfortunate for him on that side.
Was that, like, did he have Varia, or was he still missing it at the time?
No, he had Varia when he was doing Norfair and stuff, yeah. Or maybe he didn't when he... No. He didn't have Varia when he could have, like, broken it, I guess, when he was down at high jump. If that's what you're asking. But let's get our GGs in chat for Hitaka here. Finishing with a cool 2:39.51. Still pretty dang solid time.
Yeah, 2:39 is nothing to sneeze at. Really good time. Even Nito is gonna have a sub 3 here on track, so this is real nice.
Looking good. But yeah, it felt like things were kind of somewhat like straightforward, other than like those maybe like the myths. Which, oh hey, we're joined by Hitaka, another player who might have missed those.
Speaking of Hitaka, how's it going, dude? Good game.
Hey. GG.
GG.
Andy, who's not here.
I was gonna say, how'd it feel to race the ghost of Andy's past?
Yeah, Andy coming up strong with a 2:16. You don't see those kind of times very often.
Anything sub 2:20 is just an insane time. There's only been a handful of those.
Yeah, the route really spoke to the safe plays, right? Like getting the time minutes at the right time, doing Ellen in a Norfair Bubble Mountain at the right time, and like it just kind of rolled in, which was nice to see.
Stacked wreck ship.
Yeah,
Wreck ship, man.
Wreck ship, dude.
How'd you feel about that one?
Should have done it earlier.
Yeah, I more or less pogged when I saw that, man. Like 5 good items in there. Like that doesn't happen every day.
Yeah. And of course, Meridia was complete trash as usual.
Yup.
Yep.
Azder found that out the hard way, unfortunately.
Quite literally the hard mode way,
Yup.
one might say.
Well, he do suitless. Oh my
Yup.
God. Did he do like all of suitless Meridia?
Except plasma, right? I think.
Oh my
A
god.
good portion of it, yeah.
Pretty much everything.
Yeah. I got it, but I was like, Alan and I were like, oh, he's gonna get his hookshot Zora. Oh.
Nope.
And we're like, no, he's not. He's gonna get his tempered sword. He's not gonna go to Meridia. Oh.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is clean. He's gonna get his tempered sword, and then he's gonna go check Zora, and he's gonna get his hookshot, and he's good to go. Then he starts the suitless Meridia chain immediately. And we're like, oh, he's just gonna pop in and kill Dragon, and then he's gonna get right out of there. Then he started going towards Spot Wound in the sand pits. This is why we work for free.
Free, you say? This is the cost to me. I'm
Fair
down
enough.
dollars, dude. Yeah, really good. As you see, Azder and Hitaka both highlighting the 208. Total time is very close to each other too, which is good to see.
Yeah, it's actually pretty neck and neck between the two of you. But yeah, those mitts evaded both of you guys for forever.
I'm gonna blame Red Mail for me not getting them earlier because, like, I thought about checking Dark Cross, but I had Red Mail and like 6 or 7 hearts or something, and dying would have just taken them forever.
Oh, gotcha, for the death corp. That's
Yeah,
fair.
after Solo Cell.
See, I thought you guys were gonna do it after back of escape because I think the small key was back there. So there was an opportunity. And I think that's when Andy picked it up, I want to say.
Yeah, I don't know if either of you did front of escape at the time. I know Azure obviously definitely didn't, but I was thinking, okay, maybe they were avoiding it in case it's map. And then it was just like, okay, here we go.
I always get gone in that situation. Like, I know I didn't this time, but it's really easy for me to get into a situation where I either know there's an item in Dark Cross and I leave it because I don't have lamp and I don't have like good navigation items, or I figure it's just one item, we'll leave it for later, check it when it's much more convenient, and then when it's more convenient I don't do it because there's so much other stuff to do.
There's literally infinite options when you guys get, hammer, a glove, and pearl, like, immediately, and morph, obviously, like, so
And I played
understandable.
3 seeds in a row where I missed hook shot there.
And here we are again.
Yeah, that was another reason is I figured I could put her off until it's more convenient, because if I wound up with mirror, then mirroring at Pyramid is a decent time to check Dark Cross. Where was Space Jump?
Oh yeah, Space Jump was at Pyramid Fairy. Andy kind of spiked that somewhat early, and that he got that before Wreck Ship, and it was just like, I don't know, it felt like a really strong route for Andy. It just all
Yeah,
worked
getting
out
mitts early, I
really well.
can see that happening.
Right.
Nito's
So-
getting the bad news here.
I did get Andy's pre-game comments here. So, was a real fun seat with tons of options early, but obviously big braining for Space Jump pre-Wreck Ship was the play. And his signature smiley face, which is an 8 and a right side bracket.
Nito doesn't seem to want to go to Tile Room.
Yeah, it looks like neatorific has forfeited
Yeah.
from the race. I think that was the straw that broke the camel's back there. But yeah, overall, Hitaka, how'd you feel about things? Everything kind of mostly falling into place, or did you, other than those mitts?
I thought I did pretty okay at the seat. I mean, I didn't like last location mitts or anything. I just got them at a later convenient time. Honestly, I don't think my routing would have changed that much if I had mitts earlier.
Still
I think
hit
I
a sub
still-
240, which is insanely good. Like,
Yeah, that's
for
pretty
a
good.
time in
I think I
SMZ3.
still would
Yeah.
have done. I was thinking about doing LN is when I found the high jump in Wrecked Shit, but I wanted a little more ammo or movement items. So I think if I got mitts early, I still would not have done it that much earlier.
Yeah, and how about like the low power bomb count for like?
Oh my god, yeah.
the
I
whole game?
put off Bridler for a while because I hate doing that with 5 power bombs. I just kept doing other stuff, hoping to find just one more, and it never happened.
Both you and azder like both got your second power bomb pack in Wreck Ship or something ridiculous. Nito actually, like, since he got mitts, he went up to like Dark DM. There were a bunch of power bomb packs up there, and he got plasma and stuff. We were like, oh my god, he is pulling ahead by not doing SM. But then kind of stayed away from Wreck Ship, which was the unfortunate part for him.
You said Nito started out really strong. I felt like I started out really strong too, just in the other direction.
True. I mean, you did hit hammer and like flippers and that kind of stuff, so that was good.
I was feeling super good. I was like, everywhere I went had lots of stuff that I need. But
Yeah, I was feeling good about the sequence break, flippers, and then to hook shot.
I mean, that's totally fair. But hey, we're joined by neatorific here. Hello.
Hey,
Gee.
sorta, yeah, GG. I didn't finish, but you know.
I mean, you still put on a good show because you were the only runner that managed to stick to his guns and Link to the Past and
Oh my
come up
lord,
with
dude.
all the value. We were pogging over here.
Yeah.
It was amazing to watch until Wreck Ship happened, honestly. Like, it was, like, godly.
I gambled hard on Wrecked Ship and Norfair having nothing because, like, the last 10 Cs I played, they had nothing, and I chose poorly.
Meridia was not a good place to be, unfortunately, and
Nope. Completely empty.
5 items, like 5
Yep.
amazing items, and Norfair was stacked too. It was crazy.
I was hoping for a trolley seed, but it was fairly straightforward. That's why I was making some weird checks, because I was hoping like flippers would be somewhere trolley. But no, it was a jet seed.
It's okay, I trolled myself plenty.
Still, aside from having to redo Snail Clip 3 times, I think I did pretty well, except for routing.
Great. I mean, like, those... You were the only one with mitts for a substantial portion of this game. That was very exciting. And then once Andy hit it, like, things kind of naturally worked out for him to get his 216, which was insane. But, like, you were definitely neck and neck with him for a while. And then, you know, once you skipped Rex Ship, we could see, like, the gap.
Yeah.
Because azder literally last location, mitts and Dark Cross. So, that was...
Oh, I didn't do Eastern.
Oh, fair enough. You didn't do Eastern. Fair enough.
Oh yeah, I didn't do Eastern either.
There
Was
wasn't
there
a
anything in
dungeon-
Eastern?
I
no.
also didn't do Meyer or Desert.
Okay, that's fair.
But
no one did.
Actually,
one
no. Gravity wasn't available, so never mind.
No dungeon had anything, so you could go mode all 7 of them, I think.
That's a great point as well. Yeah, it's overrolled in SM or bust.
Yeah.
Crazy. You don't see that very often. No dungeon.
Yeah, usually you're better off clearing dungeons, but not this time.
Yeah, I think I rushed Crystal Dungeons once I had substantial Dark World access. Like I full cleared Swamp and Ice. So that's probably also part of what lost me some time.
I feel like it probably happens more than you think. None of the dungeons having items. You just don't really notice, usually.
So many of them. There's like 10 different dungeons for you to get items in. But yeah, that's fair. I mean, there's definitely more checks elsewhere, so.
Trying to
So,
think. Where was
yeah.
Lamp again? Because I've Pink
in
Bryn, right?
SM, yeah, Pink Bryn,
Okay.
charge missile. So, like, you got around that requirement. Not that I'm sure everybody would have been happy to
Wait.
do Dark, but
Wait, where was Speed Booster? I didn't get Speed Booster.
Rip.
French vanilla.
Well,
Speed missile.
I got Quake Go mode and just dipped out of there. So yeah.
No one blames you for that one. Yeah, once you guys hit up Lower Norfair, we're like, all right, they're on path, and then Nito takes a turn into the portal, doesn't do Ice Beam, and we're like, oh no.
Nope.
Was it just like, I need to get these crystals done? This is where we gotta go. Is that kind of the thought process?
I was pretty full clear already at that point, having full clear Meridia for absolutely nothing. So I was hoping maybe like I went straight for Toro Rocks and maybe, flippers are on Laser Bridge, something like that. So maybe I'm not that far behind. But no. I suck. But the more I feel behind, the more I make gambles. Like, okay, maybe it's even trollier than I'm expecting, because I knew if it was a jet seat, I had already lost.
And we could see that like azder went into SM and like immediately, and you stayed in Link to the Past, stuck to your guns, and it was really interesting seeing the development between the two. And I want to say that your route lended itself to getting through this faster.
Yeah.
Was I the
sorry.
only one that went to SM immediately?
Pretty much. I mean, like Hitaka and Andy went in like soon after, but you were definitely the first by a few minutes.
What else did they like? Did they do Castle before they went to SM? I don't understand.
Hitaka went to Sahasrara, and I think Agana. I think Andy. Yeah, you guys got boots early, so it's easy to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought about going to Agena in Desert because of the book, but I didn't.
What book?
Ice Rod Cave that you missed. You
Oh my god.
So I guess you did have one more location there.
I did. I forgot about that one.
Bailed out.
Yeah.
Easy game.
I stuck to my gun because I hate going to Super Metroid with only 5 power bombs. I know Azder dives SM ASAP usually, but then I did Castle. I'm like, ooh, gloves. Ooh, Moon Pearl. Well, maybe I should stick around. And then I spotted the hook shot on Zora's Ledge. It's like, all right, I guess I'm doing Death Mountain after that. And Old Man gave me the mitts. So like, wow, I have full DM access now, except for Hera.
You pick up your gravity suit and you're like, all right, we're going to Meridian.
I thought it was Meridia, but it meant actually, what was the logical access direct ship? I found Grapple somewhere, but
Cave, I believe.
okay.
But I think you needed to get mitts to get that or something.
No, I had hammer.
Because
Glove.
no, but Hammer was locked by Speed.
Oh yeah.
And Speed was locked by Varia, and Varia was locked by Grapple.
Wait,
So-
hammer was locked by where?
Hammer was
that's
in,
right.
British Reserve.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was dumb logic that no one really cares about that much, but like it is the logic of where you could narrow down where Speed was.
I always forget about speed logic.
Yeah, for Brinstar Reserve.
I forgot about them for flippers too. I was thinking about Varia the whole time.
Okay. Any final thoughts, guys?
I can't believe that I didn't check Ice Rod Cave when I was back during Meridian.
Rip.
All right, well, good luck going forward.
I had some spaghetti early on because this is way earlier than I normally wake up. So thanks, Solski.
You're welcome. Did you enjoy the spaghetti at least? Was it a good pre-match meal or? It's not?
I missed what you said. Sorry.
I was gonna say, was that spaghetti a good pre-match meal or what? I know what you're
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about by spaghetti, by the way, but yeah.
Oh yeah, delicious spaghetti.
One final question, Aster. What do you think, Andy? You taking him down?
Yeah. I think I learned from my mistakes this time.
Avenge me.
It'll be a great race to watch. Like, I'm really excited for that one. All right, well, thanks guys for running this morning. I know it was a little early, but appreciate the turnout, guys. And it was a great race overall to watch. Like, you guys had 4 completely different routes, and it was really exciting to call and watch. So thank you for that. Okay, so coming up next, we're gonna have Group B action for the SMZ3 Invitational. We're gonna have one Aussie 101 versus Maniacal 42 versus Apathy.07 versus Wild Anaconda 69 coming up on SG Main. So stay tuned. We're gonna take a quick 3 to 5 minute breather, and then we're gonna roll into the next seed.